And we are finally live. How's everybody doing? I do want to apologize for pushing back the live stream about 4 hours. I had to go food shopping. Wasn't able to do that yesterday because I had to take the COVID-19 vaccine. I didn't have to take it. My wife went to take the second dose and she called me and said, "Hey, by the way, do you want to take the vaccine?" And I said, "Okay, might as well." You know what I'm saying? That was God telling me to just go and take the vaccine before you end up getting COVID-19 and something bad has to happen. So, here I am live again. And I just came back from food shopping as well. So, my wife's upstairs packing away the groceries. We bought a lot of groceries, so I should be helping her. But I have to do this because we have games tomorrow and we have games on Wednesdays for match week 37 of the English Premier League. So if I don't get it done now, I'll mess up my whole routine, and I'm not about that. I'm definitely not about that. So how's everybody feeling right about now? Big up to everybody. We have the boy Dupe in the house, Zachary Leahy. Got Legend Sweet big in the house here. Robert Pavkovich, how are you doing? Julian, how are you doing? Julian said, "I thought this was a FIFA stream." Look, just to warm things up, man. Just to warm things up a bit, guys. Let's talk a bit about the Harry Kane situation. Harry Kane has apparently put in a transfer request. He wants to leave Tottenham Hotspur this summer. Like, he doesn't want to play along with the whole project thing and, this manager come in, that manager come in, and no trophies still. You see what I'm saying? Since he's been playing for Tottenham, the man has not won a single trophy. Yeah, he has won individual awards, but you want to win the Premier League or a League Cup, an FA Cup, the Champions League, something. He has came close on a few occasions, but close is close. Close is not the trophy. You see what I'm saying? Came close to the Premier League, came close to the Champions League, came close to the League Cup. So, he needs better than that. And it's going to be interesting to see where Harry Kane goes, whether he ends up at Chelsea, Man City, or United, or if he goes elsewhere. But sources have confirmed that Harry Kane wants to stay in the Premier League, and I want him to stay in the Premier League. So what we're going to do right now, we're just going to weigh up his options, guys. Let us talk about this. His options: Chelsea, Man United, Man City. Before I talk about the three choices, every time in the past that I've played a FIFA career mode, Harry Kane always seemed to end up at Man United. But the thing with Man United, there's Martial still there. He might be moved on eventually. He's been injured a lot this season. And there's Edinson Cavani, who has extended his contract one more year. So you might have to ask, could Cavani and Kane play in the same team at the same time? I don't think so. Unless Kane is going to be more of a secondary striker, a creative type player like he has been doing a lot this season for Tottenham. But it is hard to see. You see what I'm saying? They already have Bruno Fernandes doing that job. There's Pogba. I don't know if Pogba is going to leave or if Martial is going to leave. So Greenwood is also there. So I really don't see Man United bringing in another attacking player. Well, another striker, I should say. Amad Diallo was bought, and he recently joined in January from Atalanta. So it's hard to see him going to United. You see what I'm saying? Even though I've seen it a lot in the past in career mode, it's hard to see him going to Man United. But when you look at Chelsea, guys, I know Man City needs a striker. I'll talk about Man City just now. And Legend Sweet, I will get to your super chat just now. Matter of fact, let me get to it right now. Thank you very much, Legend Street 499 super chat. He says Harry Kane, most overrated striker Premier League, just the English hype. And I'm gonna let you know how I feel about that. Just a second. Chelsea, I think, do need a striker because Timo Werner, he came in, he's playing more as a wide man. You could tell from the amount of goals he scored, he's setting up more goals than he scored. So I could see Timo Werner being more of a wide player. Havertz, who is an attacking midfielder, versatile forward, could play on the wings, could play as a false nine or a center forward. But is Havertz the answer for Chelsea to win a title? I don't think so. There's also Pulisic who plays, forward. I don't think so. Tammy Abraham, he's out of favor big time. Giroud, he's out of favor big time. So that's a possibility that he could be heading to Chelsea. But the other thing that could be stopping him from going to Chelsea is the fact that Chelsea is a London club, and going to a fellow London club might kind of be, a bit weird. But who knows? It might not matter for Harry Kane. You see what I'm saying? He's already in London playing for Spurs. Might as well stay in London, play for Chelsea. That's also a thing. There's also a situation where he could join Manchester City. That has been a talk that City have been in touch with Kane. Kane, I think, is about 28 years old right now. Man City don't really sign players that type of age. That's more United, Chelsea type of thing. But there are exceptions, as you previously saw with Mahrez. He was a bit older when he came in. So there are exceptions to that rule. Personally, Legend Suite, I see you saying that Harry Kane is an overrated striker, but trust me, bro. Trust me. If City could win the title without a striker, where Jesus and Aguero were hardly involved, you add a Harry Kane to that. You see the quadruple talk was on all season. The quadruple will happen. The quadruple will happen because the amount of chances that these City strikers or the attackers get, 20-something shots at goal, 4 on target, lose the game, with a Harry Kane in the team, that won't happen. Believe me, that would not happen. That would not happen. You put Harry Kane in this City team right now, it's actually criminal to do something like that. City should be charged if they buy Harry Kane. Seriously. Because it would be a very, very one-sided league next season. Mark my words. Mark my words. And I do think any team managed to get Harry Kane, they're favorites. They're favorites to win the title. I'm going to say that right off the bat. I rate Kane. I don't think Kane is overrated, Legend Suite. I don't think he's overrated. Big up to the boy Coach's Desk in the house. Big up to A-Bob, who says Kane is a special striker. I do agree. And Dupe saying that Kane is injury prone. He does have a problem with his ankles. But with the right, if he's playing at Spurs, they depend on him so much that he has to play every single game. At City, that necessarily does not have to be the case. That does not have to be the case. You see what I'm saying? The workload would be a bit lighter if he is in a Man City team. You see what I mean? Some teams have better doctors than other teams. So, yeah, that's the thing. And A-Bub, man, haven't seen you around these parts in a while, man. What happened? What's going on with United and losing back-to-back games? What is going on there? You know what I'm saying? Big up to the boy. What's his name again? Jersey boy in the house. I see you somewhere. Where are you? Yeah, big up to Jersey boy in the house. How you feeling, Jersey? How are you feeling, man? Just coming back from shopping right about now. Elevator Kid, Franklin Kaplan in the house. Arnav Gupta, big up to you. Ricky Swift in the house. Who else we got here? Zachary. We got Robert Adnan in the house as well. Guys, thank you very much for coming through. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button. Let us talk about the Prem de la Prem and how it looks going into match week 37. Let's take a look at the table before we do anything else. Let's just take a look at this table right about now. Let's go. Table, Premier League table. Let's go. If we have any time at the end, we'll check the other leagues. I don't plan to be super, super long today, about 2 hours max. So let's get the information covered. Let us talk, man. I like when I put up the table like this and I'm over at the side and it's like I'm looking at a gigantic table over, to my left-hand side. So, yeah, man. Okay, let's just take a look at the bottom of the table right now before we get into these games, Sheffield United coming off of a win in their last game. They have 20 points. They will, they won't be the worst Premier League team of all time. And I think their goal tally have gone past the worst goal tally of all time as well. So that's an achievement, even though they will be relegated. You got West Brom, giving up that point against Liverpool. But, Alisson, great goal, man. That's one of the goals of the season. That's one of the goals of the season. In terms of context and everything and how it happened and the entertainment value and everything, that was one. Matter of fact, you know what I mean? Listen, man. Listen, forget about all the other goals that was scored this season. We're going to give that one goal of the season. Goal of the season. Who agrees with me? Goal of the season. That's the only goalkeeper goal in the Premier League we've had this season too, right? So that's going to be the goal of the season. Because for you to allow a goalkeeper to come up and head one past your goalkeeper, you deserve a beating for that. So I'm going to give it to Alisson Becker, goal of the season. Forget about the Ferran Torres backheel goal. Forget about the Mateta goal. Forget about the Rabona by Eric Lamela. Forget about all the screamers we saw this season from the Leeds United players. That's the goal of the season. Alisson Becker's the header. Who agree with me? If you agree with me, just say you agree with me right about now. You disagree with me, Dupe? Thriller agrees. That's good enough for me. You see what I'm saying? That goal was a world-class goal, man. You know what I mean? Listen, we wanted something exciting over the weekend, and we got it. That goal made the weekend. If it wasn't for that goal, it would have been a boring week 36 where the Premier League title was already decided, relegation already decided. Now we got a top 4 race on our hands, you know what I'm saying? And I'm loving it. Let's just go back to the table right about now, man. Look, Fulham, postseason. West Brom, postseason. Sheffield, postseason. They all relegated already. Brighton, they could have done a lot better if they manage games a bit better than they have this season. So they have to be very, very careful coming next season, or they could be one of the teams going down. They got to watch themselves. Newcastle as well fall into that same bracket. Quality players, but I don't know. I really don't know what happened. Don't know. So they would want to win their final 2 games to at least finish above Burnley. And Burnley, look, that's a great season for them. I ain't going to lie. The budget that they operate on, you got to commend them, man. I think they made a signing, Dale Stevens, for like $2 million, and that was their transfer record last season. Well, for last season. Not their overall transfer record, but they don't spend a lot of money. And for them to survive, got to give it to them. They're coming off of a spanking, though. Southampton pulling things back with 2 wins in their last 2 games. They were impressive for most part, but, in 2021, the second half of the season, very poor. Crystal Palace, man, they just the team that is going to be 13th, no higher, no lower. You never know what to expect. They could pop out, they could beat you, or they could get 7 put past them sometimes. You know what I mean? So that's just Palace for you. They are in the process of, renewing their team, and we will talk about Palace. Somebody remind me to mention the whole Frank Lampard link to Crystal Palace. So they want to bring in a younger manager. What you call it, guys? What you call it? The word I'm looking for. Roy Hodgson. Listen, Frank Lampard, Roy Hodgson's regen. He's coming. He's definitely coming. The regenerated version of Roy Hodgson. So, yeah, Hodgson, man, 73 going on 74. It is time. It is time to call it a day, man. You know what I mean? But I would have liked to see Roy Hodgson get like one more season in front of fans for them to actually appreciate what he has done for Crystal Palace. So remember when Frank de Boer came in? Frank de Boer came in to refresh the Crystal Palace team and to bring a new philosophy, an attacking style of play and everything. And you saw what happened to him. First 7 games, lost all of them and got sacked. And Roy Hodgson, the old timer, had to come in and fix things. And he did. And he's been doing so for quite a few seasons. Wolves, they got to do better, a lot better next season. And I think, if they don't watch themselves, they could be in jeopardy of going down. Seriously. I know they have the quality, but we have seen quality teams, go down before. So look at the Sheffield United team last season. They placed ninth, and what happened? They went down. So Wolves, they got to get their recruitment going again, get some new Portuguese stars because, some of them are being figured out right now, and the few that came in aren't doing a goddamn thing. Nelson Semedo comes to mind, you know what I mean? Guys like Vitinha and Fabio Silva and, Wolves did not have the best transfer window, and they could also lose players like Pedro Neto. You see what I'm saying? So let's see. Poor season. Villa, 49 points, great season. Nothing more to add. They got to hold on to Grealish. And we're into the top 10 right now, guys. Leeds United, I think they overachieved, and they should be proud of themselves for what they've done this season. And 53 points is damn good. 2 points behind Arsenal, damn good. You could finish above Arsenal and Everton, 2 Leeds, so that'll be a great achievement. So big up to Bielsa and his boys. Arsenal and Arteta, it's not over for them yet. They could get into that 7th place spot if they continue winning their games. But overall, it has been a lackluster season. All of the wrong records broken, and they have to come a lot better next season. And Kroenke, who refuses to sell the club, has to back his manager and in the transfer window. Arsenal will be doomed at 9th, 10th again next season. Everton, I do think they have done well this season, but the form kind of petered away as the season went on. We haven't been hearing much about James Rodriguez, guys. Early on in the season, he was heating up the Premier League, but as usual, man, James just fizzled out. You see what I'm saying? That's the problem with James Rodriguez. He's just hot one time and then he's not another time. West Ham United, great season. David Moyes have definitely overachieved, and he will be unlucky to miss out on a Europa League spot or even a Conference League spot because, the form has not been good over the last 5 games where they have lost 3 times. And we get into the top 6 where Tottenham, who have sacked their manager Jose Mourinho, hired interim manager Ryan Mason, who was already at the club. It has been a so-so season for them. 11 losses, 8 draws. Not bad considering the other teams above them and all, but still, they look destined to miss out on Champions League football next season. And for Tottenham Hotspur, that is certainly a failure. Europa League, the most. Liverpool, guys. This is where the talking point is everything is gonna be based around the Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester fighting for those 2 last Champions League spots because United and City have secured those spots already. But the Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester thing is the biggest topic right about now. Liverpool have not defended their title well. It has been a poor title defense, guys. Very, very poor title defense. And it might not look and end up as one of the worst title defenses, being that they have definitely pulled things back at the back end of the season. But we are not going to forget how bad Liverpool were. You see what I'm saying? 9 losses, and 6 of those came in a row at Anfield. And I think that's where they lost the season. That is exactly where Liverpool lost the season. Because 6 losses at home, let's say they had won that, they would have been 81 points. There would have been a title race going into the last 2 games of the season. But their home form actually let them down, and it could be blamed because there's no fans and everything. So, yeah, maybe, yeah. But no excuses, no time for excuses. It has been a poor title defense. Chelsea. This one is a tricky one. Spent the most money, then sacked their manager, and then brought in a big manager in Thomas Tuchel. And then it's looking like Thomas Tuchel, after a great start, we are seeing the old Chelsea coming back again, where they have made it to the Champions League final. They made it to the FA Cup final but lost. And it seems as if Chelsea could miss out on top 4, miss out on the Champions League trophy as well. And end up playing Europa League next season. That is also a scenario. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but that's a scenario. So Chelsea, they're going to be big in the news for the rest of the season. Leicester City, you got to commend these guys. Last season, they spent almost the entire season in the top 4, but fell out on the final day. It could happen to them again this season, but after winning the FA Cup, they would definitely back themselves to pick up the necessary points. 4 points or 3 could do, and end up on 69 points to get their second ever Champions League group stage entrance. So big up to Leicester and congrats for winning the FA Cup. It feels good, you know what I'm saying? I like the underdog story. I'm happy for Leicester, like if I'm a Leicester fan. Sorry, Chelsea fans, but you have won a lot of things in the future, man. This is only Leicester's second major trophy in the Premier League era, so congratulations to Brendan Rodgers and his boys. Brendan Rodgers deserves that. Man United, man. Man United are frauds. That's all I got to say. Sorry, Man United fans in here, but United are frauds, man. Back-to-back losses. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, you got knocked out of the Champions League. You're still in the Europa League, but it's looking like you're going to bottle that one as well. United could go empty-handed this season. It's just been like, come on. You're too prestigious of a club to be, going on with things like this. Seriously. And last but not least, Manchester City. My team. The mighty City. God damn, what a season. When we thought all was lost, 14th at one time, losing to Leicester at home, losing to Tottenham, you know what I'm saying, getting, picking up a draw against Leeds. We thought that last season was going to happen all over again. And when at Christmas, I think City were like 8th or 6th or something like that. And to come back and win the title like this, awesome. Got to give it to Pep Guardiola and his boys. So congrats to City. And it's going to be a hell of a season come next year. And I'm ready for it. I'm ready to talk about the new season from week 1 all the way to week 38 like I have done this season. So first of all, before we get into this week's matches, guys, you got to give it up to your boy Dominic Rich, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean to talk about myself in the third person and all, but still, man, it wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, man. I'm telling you, it wasn't easy. Well, look, the first 18 weeks was a bit easier because I had someone on here and we were bouncing off each other, and it was a little bit easier. I could relax and I didn't have to talk for the entire time. But we all know what happened, and it's been 18 weeks since that happened, and I've manned it by myself for the last 18 weeks. And next season, that should be the situation again, where I man it for the entire season. We'll try to get some guests on here and there. But for the most part, you can't really depend on people like that. That's just the moral of the story. So it's better to do things by your goddamn self. And when you talk about doing things by yourself, Liverpool has to do things for themselves. They have to win their remaining games. And we're going to be talking about that pretty soon. But before we get to that, let's talk about Man United versus Fulham. United versus Fulham. How's everybody in here feeling right about now, guys? Make sure you smash the thumbs up button if you haven't yet done so. Let's get the live stream up to 50 thumbs up. So let's talk a bit about Manchester United versus Fulham. Let me get that game pulled up and let's go. And guys in here who just joined, guys, I took the COVID-19 vaccine and I did not go to work today because my left arm, I can't raise it up. I can't raise it up higher than this without it actually hurting. But I just had to rest the arm today. I do have to go to work tomorrow regardless to how the arm feels because I don't even think I have any more sick days left. But it is what it is, man. You know what I mean? You have one life to live. If you want to take off, just take off. If they decide to fire you, okay, so be it. You see what I'm saying? Get another job. Whatever. You're not going to stress myself. You know what I'm saying? So Twilla is asking, how are you feeling after the vaccine? I'm feeling fine. And I'm actually happy that I did it because the last thing I wanted to happen was for me not to take the vaccine, end up getting COVID-19, and die. To be extreme. To be an extremist here, I didn't want nothing like that to happen. So to be a responsible father and a husband and a family, you know what I mean, a brother and a uncle. Am I an uncle? No, I'm not an uncle yet. I'm not an uncle yet, but, you know, a friend. In order to be responsible, I had to do it. I had to do it because I didn't want to put myself in a situation where I caught that thing and something bad happened to me. So yeah, I got it and I feel great. I have to take my second dose in 3 weeks. I think the second dose kind of messed you up a little bit more than the first dose, but I'll feel good. You see what I'm saying? I feel good. And I'll actually travel too. I'll probably go on a damn trip. I'll jump on a plane and go to Miami or something. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, if you haven't yet done so, guys, if you haven't yet got the shot, go get it, man. Get it done. Get it done. You don't want to be like, yeah, if I should have did that. I should have, man, god damn. A-Bob is saying, United weren't defending the Premier League title. How are we frauds? You're frauds because everybody was talking about 21 incoming, 21. You see what I'm saying? At the point where you guys were top of the table one time, right? 21. Oh, we're going to win the league this season. You ain't winning nothing. You might not even win the Europa League. Norwegian or Carnival Cruise. This time I think I'll do Norwegian because I've done Caribbean. I've done Royal Caribbean. And I think I've done Carnival. I've done Royal Caribbean. The next time I'm going to do Norwegian. Definitely. I'm going to try something. So, A-Bob, everybody had a taste of the top table this season. Stop it. I know, but the Southampton and the Everton fans, I don't think they really thought they were going to win it. The Liverpool fans, maybe they thought they were going to win it. But the United fans, they surely thought they were going to win the damn title. Stop. A-Bob, if you tell me right now you didn't believe that you guys are going to win the title, you're lying. You believe that you guys are going to win the title. I know this. Definitely know this. So let's talk about Manchester United versus Fulham. And we're going to get this show on the road. That was just a little warm-up. So right now, United are in second. Fulham relegated. They 18th. They could actually place lower than 18th if West Brom managed to pass them. So Sheffield United can't pass them, but West Brom could actually pass them. Sheffield United actually has a chance to surpass West Brom if they win their remaining games and their goal difference goes above West Brom. So that's another talking point too. You know, what if Sheffield does not come in last? That'd be great for them though. But Fulham, man, you know, not a great season. They had a nice little period there where they almost survived, but fell by the wayside again. Early on this season at Craven Cottage, United won the game 2-1. And in the last 10 fixtures between these two clubs, there has been no wins for Fulham. There was a draw back in 2014, a 2-2 draw at Old Trafford in front of 75,000 screaming fans. But it's poor that Fulham wasn't able to pick up a win across 10 games. Entire Premier League record, Fulham has only picked up 3 wins and 5 draws in 29 games. And they have a solitary win at Old Trafford and a draw. So in 14 matches at Old Trafford, only 2 results. It's not looking good at all. It ain't looking good at all for Scott Parker and Fulham here. And with just to cut a long story short, even though there will be fans at the stadium, guys, there will be fans, not at full capacity, but there will be fans coming back for week 37. So hopefully everybody abide by the rules and, you know, wear their mask and do all the things necessary to keep everybody safe. And, you know, we have a good end of the season. There will be chopping and changing of the teams. Fulham will be giving debuts to some of the youngsters. Some of the guys who haven't really featured much this season are going to get a look in. And Man United are going to be doing the same. And the same goes for every single fixture that we're going to have for week 37 and for week 38. Not every single club is going to rotate like that. For example, teams like Chelsea, Leicester, and Liverpool, who has Champions League on the line, they're not going to do too much rotation and gifting Premier League debuts to youngsters and putting on guys like Scott, like how Scott Carson played. We're not going to be seeing Adrian or Quiveen Kelleher for Liverpool and things like that. You see what I'm saying? For West Ham, for Everton, for Arsenal, there won't be any of that either, because they have European football on the line, being Europa League. You know, West Ham as well. You're not going to be seeing a rotation like that. But for the teams that has nothing to play for, they are going to rotate. So just let's keep that in mind. My prediction for this one, I know United are going to rotate, but even though they rotate, I think they'll be too good for Fulham and they win the game 3-1. Fulham will score. No Harry Maguire. Their defense will be experimental, and it would actually leave a little leeway for Fulham to actually get one back. But I think the attack would be a bit too good not to win this game against Fulham. So I'm going to go for 3-1. What are your thoughts here, guys? Let me know. Predictions, guys. Predictions. Let me know your predictions. 3-1 for me. 3-1. The last time I predicted United to win, they didn't. I think the last 2 times I predicted them to win games, they actually lost. Well, I predicted them to draw to Leicester. They lost. I predicted them to beat Liverpool. They lost. Let's see if they're going to beat Fulham. You see what I'm saying? Or lose 3 in a row. I don't think United are going to lose 3 games in a row. Very, very unlikely. Because if they do lose, it is unlikely. It is unlikely. Very unlikely. I think they might end up losing the Europa League final, though. That they might lose. Hey, Bob, how are you feeling about the Europa League final? Are you confident coming up against the Europa League king himself, Unai Emery? Let me know. So let me see if you guys have predictions here. Zachary is saying a 4-1 win for United. Jordan Hyman, big up yourself. He's saying 3-0 to United. Jordan, Julian says 2-1. Thriller, 3-1 to United. Za Ali. United only win when they fall off the patch. Ole seems to turn the wheel when it's about to be sacked. Yeah, that's what it is. 2 losses, they will bounce back. They will bounce back. So when the pressure seems like it's coming on, he's going to bounce back. So he's going to win maybe the last 2 games of the season and then lose the Europa League final. That might actually happen. Or the Europa League final might end in a draw and they lose on penalties. You see? So he didn't really lose the game. He just lost the penalty shootout. See what I'm saying? Make it look kind of good. Put some makeup on it. You see what I'm saying? So we got Elevated Kid is saying 2-1 to United. Dupe, 3-1 to United. Sam is saying 3-0. Robert Pavkovich is saying, Robert, I don't know who you're saying, you know. I don't know if you're saying 2-0 to Fulham, because the way you put this up, it's looking like 2-0 to Fulham. So let me know for sure what you're talking about. And we have Abob. If De Gea is in goal, I'm backing us. So what about Dean Henderson? Dean Henderson was doing pretty well in goal. He was. Maybe not against Liverpool, but he was doing well before the Liverpool game. And we have, what else we got? We got Air Slayer in the house. How are you doing, Air Slayer? Adnan is saying Fulham are basura, which means garbage. So, look, most of us are predicting United to win the game. And I think it should be a routine win for them. I'm going to feel sad for Scott Parker once again, because he always has his face all sour. And he makes you want to feel pity for him, you know. You feel, he makes you feel the empathy. But yeah, postseason, man. I think they will keep him on and he will go back to the championship and do well. United have Wolves for their final game of the season. And for FC Fulham, their final game will be against Newcastle. Let us move on from that one. So, United have already secured Champions League football, so they will rotate. They will definitely rotate, but it'll be good enough. Southampton versus Leeds, guys. Start getting your predictions ready. Not yet, because I won't be reading your predictions as yet. But Southampton versus Leeds. We won't be too long-winded here because we spoke about these two teams yesterday. And we're not going to repeat the same things again. But Leeds did beat Southampton 3-0 early on this season. And their previous game in the Carabao Cup, Leeds won the game 3-0 as well. But before that, there was, they met each other in the championship, and Southampton were, the better team during those days. But overall, it looks like an even affair. Definitely. Across the last 10 games, it has gone either for Leeds or either for Southampton. There has been no draws across the last 10 games. And I'm going to let you guys know early. I'm leaning towards a draw here for this one. I'm leaning towards a 2-2 draw. And I'm going to let you know why I'm leaning towards a 2-2 draw, because whenever you see Danny Ings is back in the frame here for Southampton, they don't really lose many games with Ings because he's such a clinical striker that they do find the back of the net. And you have Che Adams supplementing him. And I think the two play better with each other than they do without each other. You see what I'm saying? Deliveries from Ward-Prowse, and then you have, Redmond working hard. Kyle Walker-Peters running up and down the right flanks working hard as well. Stuart Armstrong in the midfield helping them out. So it's kind of hard to predict Southampton to lose this game. But the way Leeds have been playing, they have been playing so well. Smashing up Burnley in the last game and everything. It's hard to see them losing too. But I see goals in this game. I'm going for a 2-2 draw here. It'll be the first draw between these two clubs since 2005, but I'm leaning towards a draw here. 25 all-time Premier League meetings. Most of them came before 2004 when Leeds were last in the Premier League. They have only met each other, of course, once since then. But during that time, in those games, Southampton only had 5 wins. There were 7 draws and 13 wins for Leeds United. At home for Southampton, they have a decent record against Leeds. 4 wins, 6 losses, and 2 draws. They have not lost 50% of their games. So I'm definitely leaning towards a draw here. Leeds have been quality. Calvin Phillips, I think, have been their best player this season, despite Bamford and Harrison and Rafinha all impressing. Melier in goal impressing. Stuart Dallas, Matthias Klick, Luke Ayling, Alioski. They just play total football. Anybody could play anywhere. And if you guys don't know, Leeds are the team that have used the least amount of players. They have changed their teams the least amount of times, which means that there's continuity in their team and everything. And I think that has been the secret to their success. I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I might be wrong here, but I'm going with my gut feeling. 2-2 draw. Both will cancel each other out. Both teams have been in good form lately. What are your thoughts, guys? Won't be too long on this one. This is definitely what you call a dead rubber. There will be rotation as well. So all what I said could go out the window. Because Southampton could give guys like Obafemi or Nathan Teller a run out. Leeds could give guys like Poveda and, these even a Somerville a run out. These things give their backup goalkeeper a run out. Kike Casilla. So we don't know what's going to happen in these dead rubber games. But I'm going for a 2-2 draw. What are your thoughts, guys? Let me know in the chat. Thriller is also going for a 2-2. Fatso, how are you doing? And Esther saying, LOL, I accidentally captained Rodrigo this past week in my Fantasy Premier League. And then he goes on to have a great game versus Burnley. Yeah, that was actually great cameo off the bench by Rodrigo, who has been a bit injured this season, but it's a good addition to Leeds. They were able to attract a quality player like Rodrigo. It was a shock signing to me, but it has proven to be a very good one. They have spent some money. Leeds United spent some money last summer and they spent the money well, and it paid off. And I think Leeds are going to spend more money again come this summer and actually bolster their team, because after such a long absence away from the Premier League, they would want to come in and they would want to just stay up. You see what I'm saying? Hopefully for them, they don't pull off a Sheffield United. So last season, to be exact, guys, Leeds United spent a total of 105 million euros. They brought in Rodrigo for 30 million euros, Diego Llorente for 20, Rafinha for 18, Helder Costa was made permanent from Wolves for 17, Robin Koch from Freiburg for 13 mil, and Ilhan Melier from FC Lorient, who was, I think, there on loan previously, 6 million. So they spent 105. They did not make a single dollar from any transfer expenditures. A few players left, but they left on a free. So you got to give it to Leeds. And this is not to include like a Somerville, the signing of a Crescencio Somerville, who was brought in from I think Feyenoord for some money as well. So, but he went to the under 23s. Leeds actually did not spend any money last season in terms of transfers. A few players came in on loan while they were in the championship. They did get Ian Poveda on a free from the under 23 team, City under 23s, and he has been a good player for them this season. They actually made 30 mil last year. Previously, they have been making money, not a lot, but they haven't really been spending. But coming up to the Premier League, 100 mil spent, and they stayed up. They didn't pull off a Fulham. So you definitely got to give it to Leeds United. Let me go back to your predictions right now. So A-Bob is saying they spent more than us. Maybe you guys should have spent more. Maybe if you spent more, you would have won the title. I got Julian saying 2-1 to Leeds. Dupe 2-1 to Leeds. Fatso 1-1. Michael Olopido in the house. He's saying 3-2 to Leeds. Air Slayer 2-0. Let me see what else. Sam saying a 3-2. Jordan 2-0 to Southampton. Che Adams, Danny Ings to score. Elevator Kid. Leeds to win 2-1. Air Slayer 2-0 to Leeds. A-Bub, a draw 3-3. Adnan is saying a 3-1 to Leeds. Dupe 2-1 to Leeds. We have B2K Julian saying a 3-0 and Zachary saying a 1-1. So yeah. So Adnan is saying, ever since I joined Dom's Live before Christmas, it's been all downhill for LFC this season. Listen, man, I used to have a Liverpool fan on here on the live stream, and I actually think there's a conspiracy where since I started talking about, what if Liverpool, end up in 5th, 6th or whatever, and then it actually happened, he said, you know what, man, I can't show my face around here no more. This place is too hot for me. Too hot to handle. It's literally... It is literally like the phrase where you said, if you can't take the heat, get out the kitchen. He definitely got out the kitchen. It's too hot over here. Way too hot to handle. But it's not my fault, though. It ain't my fault that Liverpool are going down. Roshane Fraser is saying 3-2 to Leeds. What else we got here? We have Legend Sweet is saying Vardy has more trophies than Kane. Well, Jamie Vardy has more Premier League and more FA Cups than a lot of players. What else we got here? We got Aaron Guy in the house who's saying 3-3. What else we got here in terms of prediction? Blue Maniac says, Liverpool fans have disappeared from social media, but they could be back tomorrow. You all right? Liverpool fans have definitely abandoned my channel. I used to make videos for every Liverpool game because they used to win most of their games. If they draw a game or they lose a game, I'll still make the video, but then you could see the disparity in the numbers as the losses came in. So I said, you know what? Let me not waste my time and make separate videos for these L's, because every time I made videos when Liverpool lost the game, like a separate video reviewing that game, I'll get these comments of, oh, you always talking bad about Liverpool. How am I talking bad when I'm talking facts about the game? The game is, you lost the game. And then I would see the subscriber number going down. Every time Liverpool lose and I make a video, the numbers will go down. So I said, you know what, man? For the sake of the numbers, what I'm going to do, I'm going to stop making videos when Liverpool actually lose the games and just talk about the games in the live stream. Even when they win, I stop making videos and talking about the games during the live streams. But the last 2 games, it was just extreme circumstances where they beat United emphatically. I had to talk about that. And then that Alisson Becker goal, I had to talk about that again. You know, and if they do beat Burnley, I will talk about it. And if they beat Crystal Palace and qualify for the Champions League, I will talk about it as well. So yeah, let's come fresh again next season. Watch and see. When we start talking from week 1 next season, they all going to come back. Watch and see. Everybody's going to come back because you know what? You know what? We all start at 0 points. We all start at 0. And let's say we have a situation where Liverpool are doing well. Oh, man, they're going to show up. They're going to show up. And if Liverpool starts to, you know, decline, they disappear. That's what it is. It is. It is. It is, man. And as Aaron Guy says, Dom does real talk. That's what I respect about him. Thank you very much. It is. The game against West Brom, Liverpool, they're supposed to win the game. I predicted them to win the game. But they were poor in front of goal. You see what I'm saying? They were poor. They should have drawn the game if it wasn't for Alisson Becker coming up and scoring. It would have been a draw. So that's why it felt so sweet for Liverpool fans. Because they couldn't believe they won the game. They couldn't believe. The narrative would have been, oh, look at it. We needed 3 wins. And look at that. Liverpool went, they beat up United, and then you lose to West Brom. Oh, my God. You see what I'm saying? But if we learn anything from what happened against West Brom, guys, there could still be some drama. There could definitely still be some drama. Let's talk about the Man City Brighton game. It will be at the Amex Stadium. Man City have already won the title. They will be in the Champions League final. You want to risk players like that? So we could see a situation where Zach Steffen is in goal here. Could have Zach Steffen in goal. Eric Garcia might play again to just see out the rest of his Man City career. There might be a situation where young Liam Delap or Cole Palmer or let's say Tommy Doyle might get a game. See what I mean? Or let's say there's another young defensive midfielder, like I can't remember his name right about now. One of them guys might get a game. There will be rotation. We know this. If Aguero is available, he might get a game. We know he will play one of the final Premier League games. There will be rotation. Benjamin Mendy might get a run out. Nathan Ake, I think, will play again. So there will be rotation. This is something we know. There will be rotation for City and also for Brighton, seeing that they survived and they don't have anything to play for anymore. There will also be rotation for Brighton and Hove Albion, where there's a lot of fringe players like Zekiri and Jakob Moder, and you have Percy Tau, and you have Alzate, and you have all these vague little players might actually get a start. You see what I mean? They might actually get a run out. They might give the backup keeper a run out. Who knows? Who knows? But early on this season, when City and Brighton met, the game ended in a 1-0 win for Manchester City. And it was going back to 2008 in a second round League Cup game when Brighton last beat City. So it has been all wins for Manchester City since Brighton first came to the Premier League, where they made their Premier League debut in 2017, and they have lost every single game. I kid you not. If you didn't notice, Brighton, Man City, all-time Premier League record, 7 games, 7 wins for City. And I don't see it ending any other way again. If we learn anything from what happened in the Newcastle game, right? Man City could rotate and beat these teams. It's just so happened that Pep rotated a little too much against Chelsea. 8 changes against Chelsea is a little bit too much, and one mistake caused us to lose both games. Zach Steffen in the first game, and then the second game, I think Rodri was caught in possession in the second game. So it's just silly mistakes. But Brighton have not been clinical in front of goal. I don't see them beating City. I know they haven't been too bad defensively, but going forward is where it's a problem. They don't score. Brighton is like a mini City. A lot of chances, don't put them away. But when they're impressive, they're very impressive. But when they're bad, they're bad. You see what I mean? So for this game, though, I'm going to go for Man City to win the game 3-1. I think Ferran Torres will play again. And we got to be on the lookout for him because he's in good form right now. We saw what happened against Newcastle with the hat-trick. He will be hungry for more. Could see Phil Foden featuring in this game. Raheem Sterling needs to get on form. Kevin De Bruyne could come back. You never know. So I'm going for City to win the game 3-1. Brighton has nothing to play for. They could either go all out or they could relax and rotate and just work some things out what they want to do next season. What's your prediction for this one, guys? Let me know. Also, guys, if you just joined, make sure you smash the thumbs up button. We'll definitely appreciate that. Let's get this stream up to about 75 thumbs up today for, just coming out and make sure I do this. It's late. It's actually 8 o'clock my time and I have work in the morning. I got up early this morning and I'm like, God damn, my arm is sore. But then I lay down in the couch for maybe an hour, go on Facebook and, just look at some things, check my email and just think about life. And then I came downstairs and played FIFA for a couple hours because I have a career mode that I do offline. One of my old ones, my unsuccessful ones that I started doing on the gaming channel. But then I'm doing it by myself and it's so much fun. I'm not buying any big players. I'm not spending no money because I ain't got nobody to impress. So if I lose, I lose. You see what I'm saying? But yeah, what's your prediction for this one, guys? We have Thriller saying 3-1 to Man City. A-Bob 2-1 to City. What else we got here in terms of predictions? What else we got here? Zachary saying City needs to get rid of Steffen so he can start. Well, look, for Steffen, I think it's beneficial for him to spend some time under Pep Guardiola and working with Edison, working with Scott Carson, working with these very good players. Could learn a few things. Goalkeepers have a longer lifespan than outfield players. So Steffen could play until he's 39, 40, and he's still young. What about 25 years old? So no need to rush and leave Manchester City. He could stick around, learn what he could learn, win some trophies. You see what I'm saying? Win a couple trophies, and then, yeah. But I don't think backup keepers get the trophy, though, because he only made one Premier League appearance. Yeah, he doesn't get a trophy. He doesn't get a medal, but still, he was part of the team. He does get a League Cup medal, though, so he's still winning things. So he should stick around. If he wants to go to Crystal Palace and win nothing for the rest of his career, he could do that. You see what I'm saying? Or he could be like, for example, let me see who stuck around teams and won trophies. I can't think about any player right about now. There's some players there's some players who just stuck around some teams because they win trophies. That's it. And Zach Steffen could do exactly that. When you think about Fabian Delph, he has like 2 Premier League titles. Imagine Delph has Premier League titles, right? Delph. And he did a good job. He did a decent job at City, filling in at left back for the most part. So what you guys got here for the predictions? A-Bob 2-1 to City. Bluey FIFA 4-0 to City. Roshane 4-1 to City. What else we got here? We got Aaron Guy. Dom, just off topic. Just quickly off topic. What's your take on Stevie G as a manager? I personally think he's incredible already. Well, he's shown us. If he went to Scotland and actually made the Rangers great again, went invincible, of course. Of course. You don't just do that by fluke. So he's just basically launching off. It's just a launching pad for when he takes over from Jurgen Klopp next season. I'm not saying Klopp is going to get sacked. I'm just saying his time is winding down. All right? His time is winding down like a Trini gal listening to Marshall Montano around the savannah. All right? The time is winding down. Anyways, let us move on here. Yeah, Thriller, yeah, you need about 5. Yeah. That's why I double back on, I backtracked on that. What else we got here? Big up to Among Us in the house. Thank you. They do get only backup keepers. Oh, okay. All right. That might be something though. That might be something. Outfield players need 5 appearances. Backup keepers. I don't know. I really don't know. Somebody need to look into that. Man, because I don't know. Dupe said, I dislike Delph at City so much. Oh, Lord, I couldn't stand him. Thank God we sold him to Everton. Yo, man. Delph did a job. And I could remember him scoring a freaking wonder goal one time. I can't remember who he scored it against. But it was a wicked left-footed shot, man. And, yeah, that's one of my best memories of Delph. Gerrard to Spurs. Not a bad move at all. So, yeah, Centurions too, by the way. Yep, I reckon it. Yeah. Gerrard will definitely take over Liverpool one day. Definitely. So, what we got here? Dominic, did you see the Pep video of him smoking? Nah, I didn't. Is there a video of Pep smoking? All right, we're going to find out. Let me bring up Twitter and see if I find that up here. Let me see something. Let me see. Pep. Yeah, I put Pep Guardiola and his name pop up right away. 190 tweets. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Whoa. It's about to get lit up in here. Yeah, baby. That is what I'm talking about, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Why is my thing is disconnected, though. Wait, my mic, my speaker. Let me see something. Oh. Oh, boy. This is funny. Yo! This is funny. This is classic. This is classic. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, this is classic. I love it. I absolutely love this, man. Thank you very much, guys, for sharing that with me. Oh my God. Woo! That is classic. Love it. He deserves to celebrate, man. Pep look like he's on one as well, you know. It looks like he had a few to drink as well. Cause he's singing that song. You know when you're nice and you're tipsy, you start singing and you want to hug up with everybody and anybody. Yeah, so he deserves the moment, man. I love that. And you got to be careful when you smoking these cigars. You don't inhale that smoke. You know, that smoke will mess you up, man. Listen, I remember, right? about 4 years ago, Carnival, St. Vincent, man, I had a cigar and I was actually inhaling the smoke and I was drinking and oh man, it messed me up bad. That was the first time I was so gone that I had to sit down because I was like, I was having that moment where, listen, I could pass out and I could be here drunk and anything could happen to me right about now. So I had to sit down and I had to catch myself. So yeah, man. Look, thank you very much for sharing that. City to beat Brighton 3-1. Let's move on to the next one. We have the big one, but we're going to save that one for last. Let's talk about Everton versus Aston Villa. That one is not so much of a dead rubber because Everton are still fighting for those Europa League spot, I should say. And there's something on the line here. Early on this season, Everton beat Wolves 2-0. Last season, Wolves beat Everton 3-0. And they did manage a 3-1 win back in the 18-19 season. And yeah, that was an 18-19 season when Wolves just came back to the Premier League. And since they came back, well, that first season, they went unbeaten against Everton, but Everton picked up a 3-2 win last season and a 2-1 win this season. So it seems like things are getting, two wins out of the last 3 games for Everton. Not bad at all. Definitely not bad for Everton. But it's Everton a hard team to analyze because when they're good, they're really good. It's sublime. Richarlison running up and down the flanks and just roughing up defenders and pushing himself through and scoring. Calvert-Lewin with those headers and Sigurdsson with those free kicks, Digne with those crosses. And they could be so freaking good, but other times they could be so bad. You see what I'm saying? It's like Everton. Like I thought you were actually vying for a Champions League place this season, and you might not even get a Conference League place this season, Everton. Get your act together. God damn. Snake oil salesman. At one time, Everton were in the top 4. Weren't they top of the league at one time? And I'm like, God damn, Everton could do something this season. Everton went unbeaten against Liverpool. Beat them at Anfield and drew at Goodison Park. Knocked Van Dijk out of the Premier League for the entire season. Destroyed Thiago in that game. And then you're 8th. You should be about 3rd. Seriously. Should be about 3rd. But when you think about it, though, what if that whole Jordan Pickford tackle on Van Dijk never happened? What if the Jordan Pickford tackle on Van Dijk never happened? Do you guys think that Liverpool would have went on to win the league, go back to back? It's a great question. I'm asking you a great question. Maybe. You never know. You never know. Could just imagine. Yeah, you could just imagine that right about now. But them coming up against Wolves, who have not been very good, and Wolves have been experimenting, especially in their last game there where they lost. Both teams are coming off of losses and would need to bounce back. One of them will bounce back or they would just cancel each other out. That's the situation at hand right about now. So in the all-time Premier League records, 13 matches, 5 wins for Everton, 3 for Wolves, and 5 games ending in draws. At Goodison Park, where the game will be, Everton's record reads 3 wins, 1 loss against Wolves, and 2 draws. Nuno versus Ancelotti. Nuno has 4 games against Ancelotti, 2 wins, a draw, and a loss. And his record against Everton is pretty decent with 5 games played, 2 wins, a draw, and 2 losses. So it's 50-50 there. And Ancelotti does have a good record against Leeds. Wolves, where he played 6 games, 4 wins, and 2 L's. Look here, to make a long story short, man, I'm leaning more towards an Everton win here. They have to bounce back. They have more to play for. Wolves have absolutely nothing to play for but just to finish off their season strongly. I think, I was talking about James Rodriguez early on in the stream. I think he could have done better. Seriously, I was so excited for James and how he performed early on in the season, but his form has seemingly deserted him. His form and his fitness has just disappeared, and it's just sad. It's really, really sad. You know what I mean? Jordan Pickford could either be very good or very bad. But I'm still going for a 2-0, a 2-1 win for Everton. 2-1 win for Everton here. I think Wolves, unless Traore, do something magnificent or somebody do something special here, I think they have been kind of lackluster without Pedro Neto and Raul Jimenez. They're missing some key players. Podence has been so-so since his injury as well. So, yeah. 2-1. Don't want to go on too long here. 2-1 to Everton. Thoughts, guys? Thoughts and predictions. We'll definitely appreciate that. What we got here? What we got here in terms of comments? We have Adan is saying, no, only if Jota and Matip didn't get injured too. What we got? Nope, definitely not cause we League 7 with Virgil van Dijk against Villa. So, A-Bob is saying, nah, I think they would have, I don't think they would have won it. It would have been interesting, though, because not like Man City were great at the beginning of the season. See what I'm saying? And if the gap was a little more, it would have been hard to catch Liverpool. But at one time, let me just do something quick. Let me find out Premier League table at Christmas. Let me see what that was. Table at Christmas 2020. We're going to take a look at that and see what the table looked like at Christmas. So, Premier League table, let me see something. Yep, December 27th. Okay, let me see. Okay, I got it. I got something nice for you guys. Appreciate everybody in here right now. I got something for you. Let me show you the Premier League table at Christmas, okay? So, still talking about Everton versus Wolves. I will get to some of your predictions, but look at this, right? Premier League table at Christmas. Let's just take a look at this. I'm going to make this a little bigger for your eyes, all right? For your eyes only. We're going to make it a lot bigger. All right, that's very big. So you could see the Premier League table at Christmas, right? Feliz Navidad, if I did not tell you Feliz Navidad. This is the table at Christmas. Liverpool were on top. Look at that. They were on top, okay? Reverse cowgirl style. On top. Look at that. 32 points. Look at where Man City was. 6 points behind. There was a 6-point cushion. Liverpool, you mucked it up, man. You really did. And you did all of that without Virgil van Dijk. Virgil van Dijk was in that solitary loss. One loss, 7-2 against Villa. That was the only loss Liverpool picked up until Christmas. So when I tell you I want to hear no excuses about injuries and this and that, I don't want to hear no excuses about no injuries, because you were top at Christmas without all those players. All right? I don't want to hear nothing. The Liverpool board got it wrong. Klopp has to be blamed too. He got it wrong. They got it wrong. They got it wrong. They thought they were going to be good. Oh, whoa. We're number 1 at Christmas without Van Dijk and Gomez and freaking Matip and goddamn. You know what? We don't need no defenders. We don't. You see what I'm saying? We don't need no stinking defenders. You know what I mean? And guys, with that being said, we're going to talk about the Liverpool-Burnley game next. That's the next game we're going to talk about. We're going to segue nicely into that one. We don't need no stinking defenders. We're good. We're top of the league. We got 3 points ahead of Everton. You see what I was talking about, Everton? 3 points. Leicester, we got a freaking 4-point cushion here. We don't need no defenders. We don't. We are attacking this league. We don't need no defenders. Come on, what are you talking about, defenders? And then it all went downhill. All went downhill early on in the year. Bam, Southampton. You see what I'm saying? So Liverpool scrambled and they brought in Ozan Kabak, who I've heard through the grapevine that Liverpool will no longer, they won't exercise that buy option for Kabak, and they would actually look more into bringing in Ibrahima Konate, and Kabak will actually have to go back to Schalke or be sold to another club. But Ozan Kabak's transfer could be looked as a failure as well. Ben Davies brought in. Could you imagine the two defenders that you brought in, right? Imagine the two defenders that... I'm talking straight facts right now. I'm talking all facts. Hear me out. Hear me out. Nobody leave. Don't leave. I see some of you guys leaving. Do not leave. Do not leave the room. Please do not leave the room. Liverpool brought in two defenders in January and they were both failures because Kabak haven't really done nothing. To be honest, there was some games that Liverpool actually picked up some good results when he played, but he's gone because he's injured. And then Ben Davies, I don't know if the man is dead or alive. Could somebody check the obituary page, please? Because I don't know if he is alive or if he's dead. He has never played. So tell me if any of those signings made any sense. They had to revert to Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. You might as well not bring in anybody and use Nat Phillips and freaking Reece Williams and save the money. You should have saved the money. Whatever money you pay to bring in Kabak and freaking Davies, it's a waste of money. I know probably nobody never said this. It's a waste. It's a waste of money. Should have probably give freaking Reece Williams and Nat Phillips a raise. Should have give them a raise. They should have renewed their contracts and give them a raise. Anyways, let's continue looking at the table here, man. Look, Everton, Leicester United, Tottenham, Man City was 6th at Christmas. 6th. I was saying 8th, but it's 6th. Aston Villa, Chelsea, Southampton were 9th. West Ham were 10th. You got to give it to West Ham. Wolves 11th. They stayed around the same region. Leeds, Newcastle started the season pretty well. Palace still where they are. Arsenal were 15th at Christmas, so you got to commend them for getting all the way up to 9th. Brighton never really left that region. Burnley, Fulham, West Brom, and Sheffield never recovered. None of them. So you got to give it to Arsenal for climbing up. You see what I'm saying? Got to give it to West Ham for climbing up. Props to those club. Leeds for staying around the same place. Got to give it to Chelsea after Lampard was sacked for climbing up. You see what I'm saying? And with that being said, guys, let's talk about Liverpool versus Burnley. The reverse fixture, where the game at Anfield this season ended in a 1-0 win for Burnley, courtesy of a penalty by Ashley Barnes. I don't even need to pull up the graphic or anything for that. I can remember that one like it was yesterday. See what I'm saying? And that was, look, Burnley did pick up a win over Liverpool back in 2016, but that was 2016. That happened at Turf Moor. So, yeah, 2 wins, 2 draws, and 6 losses for Burnley across the last 10 games against Liverpool, all which came in the Premier League. So that's not a bad record. That's not a bad record at all. Not a bad record. Not a bad record at all. Look, Burnley, right, only has 2 Premier League wins in their entire Premier League record against Liverpool. Ever. And they all came during Jurgen Klopp's tenure. There was also 2 draws, but 9 losses. Liverpool and Klopp absolutely have to win this game. There's no if, buts, maybe, shoulda, coulda, woulda, nothing. They have to win the game. That's it. Nothing but win. No draw. Can't afford to lose. They must win, and they must win handsomely. Gotta win it handsomely. Listen, gotta win the game handsomely. Liverpool has to avenge that loss because that was one of the games where they lost 6 at home in a row. They went through a very difficult period. Burnley are coming off of a battering. They got battered by Leeds United, and you could see something similar happening here again. Because Liverpool right now, they have their tails up. Win against United, unlikely win. Win against West Brom, Alisson Becker. Something special is brewing here. Well, Liverpool was staring down the eyes of the Conference League. And when they weren't looking into the eyes of the Conference League, they were actually looking at the Europa League. So like, oh God, Europa League, oh my God, Conference League, nah, whoa. That wasn't looking too good at all. You see what I'm saying? The Liverpool fans were getting nightmares of playing against clubs like, let me see, Legia Gdansk. I could even make up some club names, you know what I mean? Like, let's say, playing against, let me see, goddamn, Monaco FC. Not AS Monaco, but Monaco FC. They were looking, they were definitely, I'm seeing memes out here, Juventus versus Liverpool in the Europa League final. Liverpool, it's all in your hands now. And it's very easy. I know no Premier League games are easy, but if you wanted, if you wanted an easier run-in, like if for example, right, if you had choice A or choice B, and choice B was to play West Brom, Burnley, and Crystal Palace, or choice A to play Aston Villa, Tottenham, and let's say Man City. Which one do you want? It's choice B. And Liverpool got choice B. So it's up to them if they want to mess that up. And they almost did it against West Brom. 2 more matches. Are they going to give their fans a freaking heart attack again? You see what I'm saying? Look, Burnley, we know they're a gritty team. Especially when they play at home. Turf Moor could be a very, very difficult place to play. It's very windy. I know if the situation goes bad, Klopp is going to blame the wind. He's going to blame nature. He's going to say, oh, it's a little too windy. The conditions didn't suit us. And blah, 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 blah. Right? A lot of excuses. With that being said, though, I think Burnley, they don't have anything to play for. I don't think they're going to spoil anybody's party. They might rotate the team. You have Bailey, Peacock, Farrell in the goal, for God's sake. How are they going to win with Bailey? How are you going to win with a player of that name in your goal? Bailey, Peacock, Farrell? No. Liverpool to win this game. 3-0. It's going to be another thrashing for Burnley. I don't see it happening any other way. A Liverpool win. If they mess it up, it's on them. It's on them. But that's the only result I could see. A Liverpool win. I got my last prediction right. I did predict them to beat the hell out of West Brom, but not to beat United. So they've already proved me wrong. And they won't want to prove me wrong this time because I'm predicting them to win the game. Guys, what are your predictions for this one? I'm going to keep it short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? Mane has a point to prove. Firmino has a point to prove. They both haven't scored enough goals this season. Mo Salah is in the Golden Boot race with Harry Kane. He wants to score. And Jota is out for the rest of the season, I think. And there's Thiago, who has a big point to prove. He has been playing well lately. What's your predictions? Let me know. Thriller, 3-0 win. Thriller, you're picking a lot of my predictions today, though. So, Dupe saying 3-0. Liverpool are so wasteful. I know. But wasteful could also mean 25 shots at goal, 3 in the back of the net. That's wasteful. They'll win the game. They'll win the game. They'll score 3. Trust me. You have Bailey Peacock Farrell in the goal. Trust me, you'll score 3. Believe me, you'll score 3. They're going to have a lot of fun. Princey TV is saying, can't wait to laugh at Craig Wednesday. Nah, man, they're going to win the game. No laughing at Craig on Wednesday. They're going to win the game. Abdir Isaac Omar. I'm a Liverpool fan and I don't think we are going to beat Burnley. Come on, have some confidence in your goddamn team. You're going to beat Burnley. You're going to beat Burnley. What else we got here? Hey, Bubba. 1-0 to Burnley. Sean Dyche just spoiled things. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. 1-1 says B2K. Big up Dom says Alex Jones. They need to ask Leeds how to beat Burnley. I think they'll handle Burnley, though. I think they'll beat Bluey FFA. 3-0. I think they'll beat Burnley. Dupe said 1-1. We have Roshane Fraser 3-1. We have Ason Industries, Liverpool to win it again. We have, after Alisson goal, the magic is there. Yeah, I definitely agree with you. Liverpool fan for life. 2-0, missed 20 chances. What else we got here? Zachary said Alisson hat-trick. That would be crazy. Come on. We can't have the internet broken. We cannot break the internet in the middle of the week. Alisson not to score a hat-trick. No breaking off the internet here. Big up to the boy OBOKK in the house who's saying Liverpool will get the better of them. Alisson goal is a huge sign that Liverpool will make it at top 4. Yes, I do believe that. Dr. Danger, 539, a 2-0 win for who? Come on, use the keyboard. No Cora, up next, the main event of WrestleMania, Sean Dyche versus Jurgen Klopp. Oh, I don't watch WrestleMania, but ever since I used to love wrestling so much when I was younger, guys, that my cousin and I used to wrestle on this bed in my old house back in St. Vincent. And I could remember I got him into this lap and he couldn't get out. And I actually made him cry. He's like my older cousin. He could never forget that. We always talk about that when we link up. And when I found out that wrestling wasn't actually real, I was like, screw that. I don't care. I don't want to watch it anymore. Seriously, I stopped watching it the moment I found out it was fake. You see what I'm saying? Moment I found out. Big up to the boy Baba Jigo in here. Haven't seen you around here in ages. Are you a Liverpool fan, Baba Jigo? Has to be. Definitely has to be. So, look, Victor Wong is saying Liverpool 2, Burnley 0. Thank you very much for dropping your predictions. Guys, look, we're going to move on. Liverpool to put pressure on the top 4. And look, with Liverpool winning that game, guys, if you go back to the table, Liverpool will play the game after Chelsea and Leicester play each other. We're going to talk about that pretty soon. Which means that if Liverpool win the game, once they win, they will be guaranteed a top 4 spot. Once they win by 3-0. They will be guaranteed. Because I'm pretty sure if we let's look back at what we're going to do, we're going to look back at the Premier League table. Let's look at the Premier League table, right? And let me confirm all of that. Thank you very much to my boy Jefte Vununu. I actually forgot to mention Obina's super chat yesterday. I don't even know what the super chat said. I have to actually go back, but I don't like not mentioning people's super chat. I don't do that. That was actually an oversight because I was so busy talking. But yesterday, Obina said, Chilavert is Paraguayan. Come on, Lille and Milan. Yeah, that's what Obina said. Yeah, Chilavert. I said Chile, but I know he's Paraguayan. But I maybe made a mistake. I got excited though. The whole Alisson Becker goal got me really excited. So Jeff Day saying we should not Burnley score. Wait, we should not let Burnley score first. If it happened, that would be tough. This is my hope. 2-1. Look, just to just touch on what you said here. Burnley, I know they have Chris Wood and Barnes and Ashley, you know what I mean? Who else they have there? J. Rodriguez. and they have that Czech Republican guy. What's his name again, man? Vidra, who songs like he's a guy from, like Hydra, like he's from one of them freaking superhero movies. Dwight McNeil. Liverpool are gonna listen. Liverpool are gonna beat Burnley. I know this. If they don't, I might laugh. I might actually laugh. This is how much I know Liverpool would beat Burnley. Seriously. So, Obi, thank you. Obi saying December 2020. When Liverpool was at first, you predicted Liverpool would fight to make top 4. I and Ryan got angry, but I must say you are an octopus. You see? Listen, people don't give me... Listen, let me tell you something. People don't give me the respect that I deserve. They don't. Because I talk facts. Whenever you talk facts, people don't like that. People like when you hand clap everything they do. Good job. You lost. Good job. You didn't play too bad. That's what people like. You see what I mean? But I'm not like that. I'm a problem. Not even my boss at work does not even like me. You see, because I'm a problem. Because I question things. Because I'm like, whoa, what is going on here? Like, this ain't right. So people don't really like me like that. I'm a likable, and I'm also not a very likable guy. That's me. But I try to stay humble. I have my moments. Seriously. I want to be likable, but also I don't want to be likable. You see what I'm saying? You get the point. If you like me, you like me. If you don't like me, you don't like me, basically. But I also want to keep it within the right path. You see what I'm saying? That people would want to come and hear what I have to say and all. I don't want to be that guy you're like, oh, God. You see what I'm saying? Come on, guys. Come on. So we're going to move on. But look, we just took a look at the table. Look, we can look at it again. This was the Premier League table at Christmas. Liverpool were on top. And now they're scrambling, literally scrambling to get a top 4 spot. I think they will. And if they do, you see the teams like one of Chelsea or Leicester, one of them teams, they have themselves to blame. But I did say we were going to take a look at the table, right? My prediction. I want to take a look at the table and see what ramifications this Liverpool win would have on Leicester and Chelsea according to their result. And then we are going to go over into the Leicester versus Chelsea game soon. We have a few games to cover before we do, though. We got to run through these other bum games because there's some bum games to talk about. But look at the table right here, guys. Just take a look at the table right here. If Liverpool win their game and go up to 66 points, they do have the same goal difference with Leicester City right now, which is a good thing. That's a great thing for Liverpool. Same amount of games played. So if they beat Burnley by 3-0, their goal difference will go up to 24, right? You see what I'm saying? That would be great for them. If Leicester and Chelsea play to a draw, well, Leicester would go up to third. Liverpool would be fourth. Chelsea would be fifth with 65 points. If Chelsea beats Leicester, then Liverpool with a win would go fourth, Chelsea would go third, and Leicester would go fifth. And then the pressure would be on Leicester City to beat Tottenham on the final day, while Liverpool would only have to pick up a win against Crystal Palace, which would be an easier prospect for them to do. But it's a Premier League, you never know. They could drop the ball on the final day too. You never know. But who would you rather play on the final day? Tottenham or Crystal Palace? It would feel sweeter to beat Tottenham and get Champions League than to beat Crystal Palace, but still, you would rather play Crystal Palace. You would definitely rather come up against Crystal Palace. So Liverpool has to win. Even the situation where they draw the game, they can still be able to, let's say, get into the top 4 spot. Because let's say they draw their game, they go up to 64 points, and Chelsea lose to Leicester, Chelsea would drop to 5th as well. You get it? But if they draw and Chelsea win, then it won't be good for Liverpool. So it's a must-win game. And I think that's most of the permutations right there. That's a permutation. And I'm gonna say Liverpool win the game. We have one more big game to talk about, guys. It will be the Leicester versus Chelsea match, but I'm gonna save that one. Newcastle Sheffield. This won't take a long time, guys. This won't take a long time. And if you guys have any more questions on the Liverpool situation, please feel free to ask, and I will get to that question. All right? So if you're in here right now and you have anything to add, please add. Guys, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Let's get the stream up to 75 thumbs up. And also thanks to the people who smashed the dislike button as well. You all definitely appreciate it too. You know what I mean? Gotta love you. Gotta love you. You know what I'm saying? I'm a lover, not a hater. All right, so let's go. Let me get this thing back big. Let's talk a bit about, let's cool it down a bit. We're getting a little too hyped here. And let's talk about Newcastle United versus Sheffield United. Yeah, baby. Oh. You know, Newcastle coming off of a loss, guys. A 4-3 loss against Man City. That was a thriller of a game. And they lost the game early on this season to Sheffield United. They're one of the teams Sheffield have beaten this season. That came in January when they were suffering the whole COVID-19 situation, when they were suffering from some injuries, and they were in jeopardy of actually going down. But prior to that, they lost to Sheffield. The only previous loss to Sheffield came back in 2006, and you got to go back to 1994. So 3 losses and 7 wins in their last 10 games against Sheffield United. All-time Premier League results: 4 wins for Newcastle, 3 wins for Sheffield, no draws. So you could see where this one is gonna, this one is leaning towards. They have lost at home to Sheffield once. So keep that one in mind. But since Sheffield came back to the Premier League, Newcastle did do the double over them last season, which is kind of weird considering how well Sheffield did last season. And Sheffield bounced back with a win. Look, Newcastle are in good form. To score 3 against a Man City team, that's a good achievement. And for them to save their skins from relegation, that is also another good achievement. What you call it again? What's the manager's name again? Goddamn, Steve Bruce won the Manager of the Month for April, and that's testament of the good work that they did to survive. So I'm leaning towards a win for Newcastle. I think St. Maximin have been playing so well. Callum Wilson picked up another injury, but I don't think they should force him back. But Joseph Willock, the man who is British and from Montserrat, his people from Montserrat, the tiny island of Montserrat. This man is so damn good now. This guy, I watched this guy against City, and I'm like, God damn, how is he playing so well? It's like he has a point to prove. For real. I don't know what he has a point to prove. I don't know if he's trying to show Arteta like, this is what you're missing right now. But the man has been scoring in every single game. And I expect him to start and I expect him to score again. 3-1. 3-1. Maybe we'll see a goal from Jebison again, who picked up a goal in the last game there where Sheffield United won their previous game against Everton. Yeah. We could see a situation where Sheffield pick up another win. Is Ryan Brewster going to score this time? Who knows? And if you weren't in the stream yesterday, guys, and you don't know, Alisson Becker has more goals than Ryan Brewster this season. Daniel Jebison, I think his name is Daniel Jebison. He's a young Canadian kid. He's like 17. I think he is the first player to score on his first Premier League start. The youngest player to score in his first Premier League start. Something like that. He has a record. That was a big goal and that was a big win. I didn't see the goal yet, though. I wasn't watching the game from the first half. But I'm going for Sheffield to lose. Newcastle to win. Sorry, Sheffield. It's a dead rubber, guys. We're not going to get too deep into this one. What's your predictions here, guys? So, Adnan, thank you very much for the super chat. Adnan is saying, Dom, if Liverpool, Chelsea, and Leicester all finish on 67 points and the same goal difference, Leicester will drop out due to goals scored as their next tiebreaker. Let's just not get into that. Let's not get into that, please. Because to be honest, I don't really, there's not a lot of situations like that where you have to go into a second tiebreaker after goal difference. Goal difference usually does it. So if you go back to the Premier League table here, guys, Leicester has, in terms of goals, 65. Chelsea has 55. And Liverpool has scored 63 goals. So, God damn. And Adnan, you said Leicester will drop out due to goals scored. Leicester would actually not drop out due to goals scored. Chelsea will drop out. Chelsea are not a very good goal scoring team under Tuchel. They will drop out. They only have 55 goals. See what I'm saying? Man City, got to give it to City. Best defense and best attack in the league this season. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Very good. Love it. But thank you very much, Adnan, for the super chat. Do appreciate that, man. Do appreciate that. What are your predictions here, guys? Let me know your predictions. Big up to Carl Headley in the house. Jordan Hyman says 2-0 to Newcastle. What else we got here in terms of predictions? Let me see. 1-0 to Newcastle. Who said 1-0 to Newcastle? I just saw a comment there. 1-0 to Newcastle. What else we got here? Do appreciate all the predictions you guys are leaving, man. Appreciate that. So, A-Bob is saying I can see Leicester beating Tottenham easily. That one is hard to call. Sam, right now, Liverpool and Chelsea battling for the 4th spot. Leicester do have the 2-point cushion, so they do have an advantage right about now. What else we got here? Leicester has tasted a trophy. Don't underestimate them. You're right. Yeah, Dupe is saying 1-0 to Newcastle. In terms of predictions, what we got here, drop your predictions, guys. Asian Sensational in the house. How are you? Steve, did you dislike the video today? Did you dislike the video, Steve? I see you. Thriller, 3-1 to the Toon Army. Abob, 3-1. Roshane, 3-1. And what else we got here? Adnan is saying ASM and Will up to score Alain Saint Maximin. This guy is a beast. I see this guy. I saw in past tense, I saw this guy putting in some dribbles against Man City, and it's mind-blowing. I have not seen another Premier League player dribble like that this season. The guy is simply outrageous. Why does he do this? Why does he spin on the ball and does these little fast feet things? Why does he do these things? You see what I'm saying? Things that the eyes can't even pick up. You got to slow it down, man. This guy, Alain Saint Maximin, really deserves. I think he did. Well, you know what? Maybe he should stay at Newcastle because you say these guys deserve a better move and then they move to a bigger club and then they flop. You see what I'm saying? So sometimes you need these little cult heroes at these clubs to do their thing where they would shine. And they won't shine if they go to a bigger club. You know, guys like Adama Traore does well at Wolves, but if he moves to another club, it's like the microscope will be on him and then the expectations will be sky high. And you don't want that. You want the expectations to be properly rated. You see? Anyways, let us move on. The next one we got to talk about is West Brom versus West Ham. Let's talk about that one. West Brom versus West Ham. That's a good one. The two teams that I always mix their names up. West Brom, West Ham, the Battle of the West, where the West was won. This one is a tricky one. Last game, 2-1 to West Ham. Previously, January 25th, 2020, in the fourth round of the FA Cup, West Brom, while they were in the championship, beat West Ham 1-0. I could remember predicting this game, and I predicted it right because West Brom was actually doing well in the championship under Slaven Bilic at that time. Last time they were in the Premier League, well, dating from 2018 to 2015, we had, let me see, make sure I get this right. 2 wins for West Brom. There was 1 win for West Brom and about 3 draws in there. So, look, I'm going to let you guys know my prediction off the bat. West Brom relegated already. They don't have anything to play for. And they have proven where against Liverpool, they are a very difficult outfit to play. They're very difficult to play against. And West Ham, we could say that they don't have the quality of players that Liverpool has. And they definitely do not have an Alisson Becker to come up and score a last-minute header there. Fabianski ain't going to do that. He's not as tall as Alisson. He ain't going to do that. Let's come to that conclusion. I think Sam Allardyce and West Brom grind out a draw here against West Ham. I think so. West Ham to draw back-to-back games. Last game, a 1-1 draw against Brighton. I'm predicting a 2-2 draw against West Brom. There will be goals. West Brom do have a quality player by the name of Mateus Pereira that a lot of Premier League teams will look to sign. So there's quality. Dion Garner is back. He did make a mistake in the last game that led to a goal. But, you know, guys like Colin Grant are getting opportunities. And Bayer Diagne and Yukuzlu would go back to their parent clubs because they won't be able to afford them in the championship. So they will go back to their respective clubs. But I do think this game would end in a draw. Whether it's 0-0, 1-1, 2-2, 3-3, I only see a draw here. I don't see... Lingard's form has kind of fell away a bit. Antonio just came back. I could see him scoring in here in this goal. But I do see West Brom getting in behind and scoring as well. So 2-2. Short and sweet, 2-2. West Ham United to go up to 60 points and keep fighting for that Europa League spot or the Conference League. But the Champions League hopes died with that draw in the last game against Brighton. They're out of that Champions League talk unless they win their remaining 2 games. And Liverpool, Chelsea, Leicester, well, Liverpool, let's say Liverpool and Chelsea lose their remaining matches. That's the only way West Ham could get into the Champions League. It's possible, but it's highly improbable. So I'm going to keep this one short, sweet. Sam Allardyce versus David Moyes. It has been, a good battle over the years where they've met each other on 24 different occasions. David Moyes has the better record with 14 wins, 3 draws, and 7 L's. Only 3 draws between these 2 managers, but I'm going to predict a draw here. I'm going to predict a draw. 2-2. What's your prediction, guys? Short and sweet. Let me know. Thriller, again? Come on, Thriller. Stop predicting what I'm predicting. Dr. Bell, talk about how the Super League is good. How the Super League is good. The Super League is good where we will get to see a lot of good games, big games every week. But it has to have some type of relegation. It has to be properly organized. Okay? It has to be properly licensed. You just can't come out and say, yeah, we're going to do a Super League. It has to have the endorsement of the fans. And that's the only way the Super League will be good. Relegation. You see what I'm saying? It has to be properly organized. It has to be a couple tiers. In order for the Super League to exist, there has to be no Champions League. And if there's no Champions League, it means that UEFA has to be involved in the Super League. You see what I'm saying? So I've been proposing a 4-tier Super League where you have 80 teams, 20 team per tier, and there's relegation and promotion similar to a Nations League. That could work. That is something that could work. But I don't think, who knows, maybe in the future. Maybe in the future. So, Adnan, Lingard won player of the month, thought Greenwood would win. Lingard, he did play well, and he did score a good goal, but his form has fell away a bit. Maybe he's letting things get to his head again. See what I'm saying? Maybe he is. What else we got? Big up to Placharo in the house. Placharo, I can remember you dropped a weird comment the last time. Let me see what you're saying here. Hey, Rich, will it be the worst scenario for Chelsea to not make top 5? Also, yeah, I did talk about that. That could happen to Chelsea. That is something that could actually happen to Chelsea. No top 4, no Champions League win, and losing the FA Cup. That's also a situation. All right, so just for prediction here, Roshane 3-2 to West Ham. Phil Jones 3-0 to West Ham. What else we got here? Dupe 3-1 to West Ham. Julian 1-0 to West Ham. Everybody's predicting West Ham to win. What else we got in terms of predictions? Let me see. Okay, that's about it. Guys, let's get the stream up to 75 thumbs up. We need 9 more. So if you haven't yet liked the video, go outside, grab a hammer, smash up the screen, and let's get the stream up to 75 thumbs up. Somebody just actually unliked the video. Why do you do things like that? Stop playing games, like the video, and we are going to move on to the next game. So we have Crystal Palace, Arsenal, Tottenham, Aston Villa, and the Chelsea versus Leicester game left. Let's talk about Crystal Palace versus the Gunners, a London derby here. Let us talk. Okay, we're 2 likes away from 75. Do appreciate us reaching that landmark. Aaron Guy, Dom, I'd love it if Chelsea were denied UCL. LOL, imagine the first time in the Roman era where they don't win a trophy for 2 consecutive seasons. Look, man. Look, I'm subscribed to a Chelsea channel called the George Benson Football Channel or something. George Benson Football. I watch a couple videos here and there. But some of these guys are like, God damn, could you just take it easy and tone it down a bit? Like, for real, man. They're full of enthusiasm, man. And sometimes it's nice to see them lose. It's really nice to see some of these teams lose so that some of these overzealous fans could just chill out. Just chill. And just chill out. I want to see you making more videos about the problems the club have. You know what I'm saying? I want to see you just talking about how much problems your club has. That's what I want as a City fan. But yeah, when, 6 things we learned about this, 6 things we learned, oh my God, we winning. Might end up winning nothing this season. Talk about that. Oh my God, look, man, NDD is very underrated, definitely. But Chelsea fans who are doing too much. Look. Chelsea beat City twice when Man City changed the team. Twice, eight men each time. Why are you hyped over that? Why are you hyped up over that? Pep Guardiola is actually playing games. Pep is playing mind games. He's a mastermind. You see him smoking the cigar there? Listen, this guy Pep Guardiola is a mastermind. Remember, I told you that, and you should already know that. The man has never lost a single final in his career. Remember, I told you that. Listen, you see this man right there? Don't trust him. He look effed up on that cigar, though. He does. You see what I'm saying? Don't trust him, man. Don't trust him. Do not trust that guy right there. All right? Don't trust him. Remember, I told you that. The man has never lost a final, a cup final, not once. Look, let's talk. Crystal versus the Gunners. Crystal Gun. Let's go. This game will be on Wednesday. Brace yourselves. Arsenal are hunting down that Europa League spots. Before we move on, we do have a super chat here from Daniel Young. He, him, his $2 super chat. Big NYFC fan here, fellow Belizean, big up Man City. I'm actually from St. Vincent and the Grenadines, you know, but there is a connection between Belize and St. Vincent. And when you say Belize, man, look, I got this big body Belizean friend. Oh my God. Woo-hoo. This Belizean girl, oh my God, is the biggest body you'll ever see in your life. You probably know who she is too. She's probably very popular. You probably know who she is, man. I met her at Vinci Carnival back in 2019. Oh my God. Lord dear God, it's a monster. Woo! But thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Yep. Hey, Bob, that Gary Funa link, man. That Gary Funa link from Belize and St. Vincent. And you talk about NYFC. I just saw NYFC signed a young Brazilian from, what the club they signed him from, man? God damn, I forgot the club's name. But his name is Thales Magno or something like that. So look out for that player. He's a City Group signing. So you never know. He might end up at Man City one day. You never know, man. Thales Magno. I think from Corinthians they signed him from. Let me get that right. Thales Magno. Thales Magno. He was signed from Vasco da Gama. Yeah, so look out for that name, Thales Magno. Are you aware of that, Daniel? Are you aware of that signing? Thank you very much for the super chat again. Guys, let us go. Arsenal Crystal Palace. Early on this season, the game ended in a 0-0 draw. The last 3 Premier League games between Arsenal and Crystal Palace have all ended in draws. The previous result was a Crystal Palace win at the Emirates Stadium back in 2019, where Palace won the game 3-2. The match before that was a draw. So Crystal Palace have been getting the better of the Gunners, lately. There's only been 3 wins for Arsenal. There's 2 wins for Palace, and there's 5 draws. So this one's heading towards a draw, right? I don't think so. Crystal Palace has absolutely nothing to play for here. Arsenal has everything to play for. For them to have a respectable season, they have to get Europa League. Remember yesterday I was talking about how Liverpool fans are hyped up and saying it's a successful season if they get Champions League? No. It's still a failure of a season. But Arsenal, who were never expected to win the Premier League, it would be a successful season for them if they are able to claw things back and get a Europa League spot. They were in the Europa League last year, so it's a normal thing for them. Normal. They have not missed out on European football for 25 seasons. They might get European football in the Conference League. That's something that could happen. But I think Arsenal, like Liverpool, are going to gun and hunt down these European places that they're trying to get. And Crystal Palace, I know they're coming off of a very good win, a come-from-behind win in their last game. And they could be a very, very difficult team to play. But Arsenal has everything to play for. Palace, as I mentioned, has nothing really to play for but pride. That was an impressive 3-2 win, though. Tyreek Mitchell, he looked good. Benteke, good game. And these guys could come roaring again and spoil Arsenal's party. It's a London derby. There's a lot to play for. There will be fans at the stadium. I think there will be fans at all the stadiums, right, guys? Am I correct here? There will be fans at all the stadiums. Or is it select stadiums? I think there will be fans at the stadiums, if I'm not mistaken, for the last 2 match days here. So it will be, it will be a spectacle to behold. It is not a dead rubber. Something is on the line. And the way Arsenal have been playing lately, I see an Arsenal win. Thriller, I think your team is going to win this game 2-1. That win against Chelsea, even though it was more a better defensive than attacking showing, terrible mistake pounced upon by Aubameyang and Emil Smith-Rowe to pick up that win against Chelsea. Arsenal have won their last 3 Premier League games, which means their backs are against the walls and they are doing well. Backs against the wall, they are doing well. Arsenal, in their last 4 matches, 2-0 against Newcastle, 0-0 against Villarreal, 3-1 against West Brom, 1-0 against Chelsea. You see a pattern here? Do you see a pattern here? When you have news that David Luiz and Willian won't be at the club next season, all reason to play well. You see what I'm saying? All reason to play well. Maybe some new Brazilians are coming in. Maybe Rafinha. Who knows? Who knows? So my prediction for this one, Mikel Arteta and his boys to get the better of Roy Hodgson and his and win the game 2-1. 2-1 to the Gunners. Confidently, I'm predicting that. What? Thriller? What is going on? What is up with you? And predicting my what is going on, man? Damien Hustling in the house, who said there is nothing that can salvage this season for Liverpool. Our season ended when we dropped out of the Champions League. Correct, Damien Hustling. You see, I like when Liverpool fans come in here and talk the realness like that. I absolutely do not like delusional Liverpool fans. I don't. Come in here and talk facts. And I like that. Thank you. Thank you, man. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the girl, A-Bob in the house. Aaron Guy said, Dom, I have a suggestion. Gift for you, LOL, if you're New York based. By any chance, you should watch the final with fellow fans at the Amity, as I see it's a bar for mainly City fans. I don't go to bars, but I don't go to bars. Period. I don't. But now that I have my COVID-19 vaccine, I might. You never know. But the reason why I don't really do things like that is because I have work. I work from 5:30 in the morning to 1:30 in the afternoon, and I'll have to take off of work if I do something like that. And then I have too many things. I don't really go to bars. Since I've been in America 18 years, and I've never been to like a bar to just sit down at a bar and just order drinks and pick up girls. I've never done that. It's just not my style. See what I'm saying? If you knew my style, you would know that's not my style. But I know what you're saying, man. I know what you're saying. I'd rather sit in the living room and drink some beers, seriously, and do a watch along or something. So Sam is saying all those delusional fans don't want to hear other than their own fan channel to talk about it. Yep. That's what it is. That is what it is. That is what it is. If you want to be successful on YouTube, guys, let me tell you how to be successful on YouTube. Get a friend. 2 friends would be ideal. Get 2 friends, and every week, or three of 2 friends. Every week, just talk about your club. Just go back and forth, or get 1 friend and talk about your club. Do it every single week. Talk about all the news. Give your thoughts. Go live. Have the fans come in, say what they have to say. You get success. You get success. You can be real. Be real. Do a bit of hand clapping. Talk a bit of facts. Talk a bit of opinions. Be delusional. You know, make sure you have, this is the secret ingredient is to be delusional. Once you're delusional, you get some success because the fans will follow. The fans would not want to hear you say, we're losing this weekend. We're losing this weekend. We lose it. You just have to be delusional every single week. That's the key to success for a fan channel. Be delusional. Kid you not. It will work. Look me in the eye. I'm dead serious. It would work. Let us move on. Look, what are your predictions for the Arsenal versus Crystal Palace, man? Come on, talk to me. Talk to me, guys. Did you guys drop prediction? 1-1 says Dupe. And what you guys forgot that we're talking about Arsenal versus Palace here. Look, if Alex Jones says, don't mess with the bar thing, do your own watch along, fam, I will tune in. Yeah, I don't really do the bar thing though, but thanks for the suggestion. Appreciate that. If Arsenal does go on and win that game, let's just look at the permutations here. If Arsenal go on and win their game, let's bring up the Premier League table really quick. Bam. Arsenal win their game. Arsenal, 9th. They will go up to 58 points. Zoop, zoop. Bam. Above Everton. Only above Everton. But if they win their remaining games, they would go up to 61 points. Which means that they would need Tottenham and West Ham to mess up. 1 point, no points, 1 point. You know what I'm saying? If any of Tottenham or West Ham United, let's say Tottenham does win one of their games. Tottenham, their remaining games, they play Aston Villa and Leicester. If Tottenham win their games, or even draw both their games, Tottenham cannot win. If Tottenham win one game, they get Europa League. And they will get the 6th. They will definitely be guaranteed 6th or 7th. Because West Ham United, if West Ham United does win as well as Tottenham, they would both go up to 62 points and Arsenal won't be able to catch none of them. So right about now, even Europa League ain't looking good for Arsenal. When you have to leave things in the hands of others, that's never a good situation. You see what I'm saying? You cannot leave your girl in the hands of somebody else for them to take care of your girl. Yeah, they will take care of your girl. Maybe not the way you want them to take care of your girl, but you can't. It's like leaving your kids with people. You can't leave your kids with other people. You see what I'm saying? You got to take care of your kids by yourself. Arsenal have left it too late, and they might just miss out on the Europa League spot. For West Ham United, their running is a bit easier. West Brom, Southampton. I think they will get at least 2 points here out of these two games. And if they do, look at their goal difference. Isn't Arsenal, they do have a better goal difference. That could work for them. But Arsenal are also in jeopardy of not getting 7th. So it's contingent on West Brom and Tottenham screwing up. And then you also could throw Everton in the mix. If Everton win their next 2 games, then Arsenal will definitely finish 9th. So I could predict Arsenal to win all the games remaining for the season, and they still won't get a European spot. So it's going to be real tight. Carl Headley, I know you're an Arsenal fan too. As poor as we've been, that fact that we have something to still play for is huge feat in itself. Yeah, you're right. Riff Klein, I have seen a lot of comments from Riff Klein all season, but I haven't seen you for a long time. Bruh, I'm a diehard Liverpool fan, but let's be honest here. If Liverpool can make a top 4, that would be a great season, and let me explain why. We haven't played with a proper centre-back for... but what? Listen, bro. Listen. Let me show... Do I need to show you? Listen, do I need to show you again? I know you're just coming in here. Do I need to show you again? Let me show you something again, please. Could I show you something? Just wait. Come over here. Come. Let me show you something. Come on. Let me show you. Listen, this is the Premier League table at Christmas. Without any centre backs, you only had 1 loss. And the loss happened with the centre backs in the team. Bro, it's just not your season. Okay? It is not your season. If the club actually did the right thing, they would, as soon as January 1st hit, bam. Okay, where you find the money from, borrow the money, do whatever, but you're going to bring in a quality center back. You bring in a quality center back. I don't care where you get the money from. If you assessed it right, you would have done that. Liverpool did not assess the thing right. They didn't assess it right. And when I say Liverpool, I mean Liverpool as a club, Klopp, all of them, they didn't assess the thing right. They didn't assess it right, man. You see what I mean? Because if you were really serious, you link to some of these younger defenders. If you were really serious, like a Sven Botman or let's say a Douye, Chaleta Sarr, you would have brought them in. You would have brought in both of them. You see what I'm saying? Spend the money and say, whatever, man. Title on the line, we're bringing them in. Because, look there. Christmas, you're number one with a 6-point gap over Manchester City. 6 points is a lot of points, you know. 6 points is a lot of points. Look at how many points Man City won their first 2 titles by. 3 of the 5 titles won in the last 10 years was won by a combined, what? The 3 of them, 3 points. 6 points is a lot of points. I know the 100-point. Forget about the 100-point season. That was a crazy season. But after that, 1 point. Before that, 2 points. You know? City beat Liverpool twice in the league by a combined 3 points. Like, come on. And tied for one of the titles. So this is a big deal. 6 points is a lot of points. So if you have 6 points on top of the table at Christmas, you're sitting pretty at the top. You're like, oh my God. All we got to do is have a similar second half to the season and we win this thing. Liverpool got it wrong. And I don't want to hear nothing about no success. The season has been a failure. Who don't like it, bite me. It's a failure. It has been a failure of a season. Let us move on. Tottenham versus Aston Villa. Let us move on. We got 2 more games to talk about. I got to wrap this up. I got to go hang out with the wife. I'm tired. I've been busy all day. Tottenham, Aston Villa. Spurs versus Villa at the nice Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Want to visit that stadium one of these days. The last 10 games, Spurs have only lost once to Villa. There's been 9 wins for Tottenham in all competitions and 1 win for Aston Villa. Ryan Mason in charge, though. This is Ryan Mason in charge. Tottenham coming off of a good win in their last game. Who did they beat? Was it Wolves? Was it Wolverhampton Wanderers they beat? Yeah, 2-0 Wolves. Kane, Højbjerg with the goals. They dominated the match, but I think Aston Villa won't be a pushover here. Grealish back in the mix. El Ghazi has been playing well. Ollie Watkins playing well. Traore playing well. Guys, I'm leaning towards a draw for this game. You see, I was talking about Tottenham dropping points. You know, Arsenal could creep in. I'm going to make it very tight on Championship Sunday where all will be up for grabs. Tottenham, Aston Villa, ending a draw. I'm not going to elaborate. Listen, Harry Kane wants to move on. Oh, we just talked about Crystal Palace, Arsenal. I actually forgot to mention, talk about the whole Frank Lampard thing. Yeah, I did talk about that. I did. Talking about he's going to be Roy Hodgson's regen and all. I did talk about that. But Tottenham Villa, 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw. I'm leaning towards a draw here. Tottenham, all to play for on the final day. That'll be against Leicester. All to play for on the final day. Listen, we ain't going to make it boring here. We won't make it boring. Tottenham versus Leicester come this Sunday. Everything on the line. Europa League and Champions League on the line for both teams. You lose, you might miss out. And then Leicester will get Europa League if they miss out. And Tottenham might get nothing. So I'm leaning towards a 1-1 draw here for Tottenham versus Villa. How are you guys feeling? Let me know your thoughts. Steve, 3-2. 3-2 to Tottenham, high-scoring thriller. Julian, 2-1. Damian Hustlin saying a big failure. Alex Jones, 2-0 to Spurs. Julian, 2-1 to Spurs. Dupe, 2-1 to Spurs. 1-1 Palace versus Arsenal, says Victor Wong. We have A-Bob is saying a 2-1 to Villa. Ooh. Dane Richards in the house. How are you feeling, Dane? Villa 3, Spurs 2 in a thrilling game. Thriller. Greatest song of all time. Arguably. 2 goated. Spurs 1, Villa 2, Roshane. Leicester City 2-1. You little bit too ahead of us here. Air Slayer 1-1 draw. What else we got here in terms of predictions? Adnan 2-1 to Villa. Grealish assists. Dane, Spurs 2, 2-1 to Spurs. Watkins with 1 goal. Bale and Kane. Phil Jones is calling for a 5-4 thriller here. Well, look, man. Phil Jones, you're a Leicester City fan. You can call for whatever. You already won the freaking FA Cup final. You're happy. See what I'm saying? You just have to get Champions League football now, and that will cap off a great season. Guys, if you haven't yet liked the video, make sure you smash it. We're close to 100 thumbs up. We need 17 more. I don't think we'll get it, but if we get closer, for the people watching the replay, they will definitely get us to 100. So, look, thank you very much for making the predictions here. Guys, last one. Chelsea versus Leicester City. We finally got to the last one. 2 hours, 10 minutes. We won't be going on for crazy long. 9:30 the latest, I'm going to be in here. So, the last one I got here is Leicester versus Chelsea. Well, look, if we wanted a dress rehearsal and we wanted an idea of what would actually happen, we've got an idea of what would actually happen. The last 2 times Chelsea have played against Leicester, 2 losses. 2 losses. Woohoo! Woo! 2 L's. How is this one going to end? This is a big one. Champions League on the line. If Leicester win this game, and they do so handsomely, they would all but secure a Champions League spot. They would. They definitely would. They have to win. If Leicester win the game, and I might get a little dramatic and things, but look, if Leicester win the game, 69 points, guaranteed Champions League. Simply because Chelsea won't be able to get to 69, and the only team that could get close is Liverpool with a maximum of 69. Leicester win, they celebrate again against Chelsea like they did in the FA Cup final. Are we going to see a repeat here? Or are Chelsea going to bounce back, come like a raging bull, knock Leicester out of that 3rd place spot, and, put themselves in a great position to get Champions League? Because if Chelsea win, they won't be guaranteed Champions League still. But Chelsea also has another gateway into the Champions League, whereas they're in the Champions League final, but it's against Manchester City. You don't want to leave your Champions League place in the hands of Manchester City. You don't want to do that. Chelsea would want to beat Leicester City come tomorrow. It's a big game. It's a big game. And I'm glad that we have some big games left this season. But I think we're going to have some bigger games on Sunday. Sunday is going to be good. Listen, when we come back to do this on Sunday, I won't be doing a watch along. I'm going to work. I'm going to go to work. I'll be watching maybe 2 games, maybe 1 game. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't go to work. Because if I stay home, I'll be able to watch the game on the TV and on 2 other devices, I'm pretty sure. Because you can't really watch on too many devices. But I'm pretty sure I'll be able to watch 3 games. I'll be able to watch my City game. I watch the game. Look, I don't care if, let's say, a big game is playing. I still watch City. Forget about the big game. I still watch City. But I'll be able to watch the Liverpool Crystal Palace game. I'll be able to watch a Tottenham Leicester game. I'll be able to watch the who's Chelsea's playing on the last Aston Villa, Chelsea Aston Villa. I'll be able to tune in. We will be able to tune into everything. Because the thing is, when you're streaming, you could also switch, and you have the subscription and you pay for the thing, you could actually switch over. Like, okay, let's find out what's going on in the Arsenal game and all of that. So it's gonna be good. Guys, we saw what happened in the FA Cup final. Chelsea dominated possession, but Leicester, they took their best opportunity and they scored. Yuri Tillemans, man, this guy is going to go down in folklore for that goal he scored to pick up Leicester City's first FA Cup trophy. The FA Cup is the oldest cup competition there is in this universe. I don't know what's going on in other universes, but in this one, the FA Cup is the best. It's the greatest. It's the oldest. And Leicester are the new FA Cup champions, which means Leicester versus Manchester City in the Community Shield the next season. That's lovely. That's another trophy on the line for Leicester. You gonna win it? I doubt. Pep don't even give up Community Shields. So look, let's just assume the Champions League is won already for City. Chelsea, they have to win this game. They cannot afford. If Chelsea draw this game, they could find themselves in the Europa League next season. That's how much is at stake here. Chelsea has to learn to put the ball in the back of the net more. And I think Thomas Tuchel has a problem with the selection. He doesn't know who to pick. He doesn't know who to pick. He doesn't know whether to pick Ziyech or Pulisic. He doesn't know whether to play Werner or Giroud. Maybe if you give Tammy Abraham the damn chance, he would score. Maybe if you give Giroud a chance, he would score. But then you have Timo Werner running up and down all over the place like a wild Indian. Oh, I shouldn't say that. But running up and down the place like a wild boar or something. You know, and yes, forget about the whole Indian thing. You know, forget about that. I don't know why I said that. Man, it's stupid. But I don't know why I said that. Pardon me. But look, I don't want to be canceled out here or anything. But look, you have Timo Werner running up and down the place, all over the place, man. And maybe if you give a player like Olivier Giroud a start, he would score. You see what I'm saying? But then it's like Thomas Tuchel doesn't know who he wants. He doesn't know his best 11. He keeps rotating. Too much rotation. Not everybody could rotate. You see what I'm saying? Pep Guardiola could do that because with Man City, the players are not like doubting themselves. Players are confident. Players know, what the game plan is. But for Chelsea, it's like some players are trying to prove themselves. I don't think players at City are really trying to prove nothing, if you really think about it. Just think about it. I don't think Bernardo ain't trying to prove nothing. He's been winning titles since he was at Monaco. You know what I mean? Rodri, he knows his role. He knows that, okay, if Pep chooses Fernandinho or you want to choose him. Guys like Zinchenko. Maybe the only guys who are trying to prove something might be Benjamin Mendy. I don't know what he's trying to prove. But at Chelsea, Christian Pulisic is steady trying to prove that he should be the starter. And then Tuchel doesn't start him. Even if he has a good game, Tuchel drops him for the next game. Hakim Ziyech thinks he's a starter, but Tuchel don't think he's a starter. But then when Tuchel say, start, then they lose. And then you have Callum Hudson-Odoi, who thinks he's a starter, but then Tuchel doesn't think he's a starter. But then Tuchel started him when he just came to the club, and then he don't start him no more. And then he doesn't know what he want to do. He plays freaking people as right fullbacks and right wingbacks and left wingbacks, and then they're not really left wingbacks and right wingbacks. And then, you see what I'm saying? So, Thomas Tuchel, the doubts are beginning to kick in. You have done great. But the doubts are kicking in. Ever since that West Brom lost, then that Porto lost, then that, you're losing to Arsenal, and then you're losing to Leicester. It's getting very jittery here. The ball is getting very slippery. You're dropping the ball here, Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel, you're dropping the bottle here. Oh, man, Brendan Rodgers, a wonderful human being. Oh, my God. Look, I'm happy for them. I'm happy for them. They won the FA Cup. See what I'm saying? Chelsea, they knocked us out, and they did not win. So, yeah. Poetic justice. Look, where's Javier O'Hara? I don't see Javier O'Hara around these parts no more. Obina in the house. Obina, bro, I actually read out your super chat earlier. I did forget to read your super chat yesterday. Obina, you said Chilavert is Paraguayan. Come on, Lille and Milan. Thank you very much, Obina. That I could actually acknowledge that super chat today. All right, so yeah, Thomas Tuchel. Let's get back to him. Bottled the Champions League final last season. Bottled the FA Cup final. Could bottle the Champions League final this season. Could bottle the top 4 again. Guys, look, with all that said, I think Leicester are playing some good football. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. And when you have James Justin coming in, playing well at left back and then injured, and then you have Harvey Barnes started the season so well injured, and then Iheanacho started playing more, and then he's lighting up the Premier League, player of the month and all that kind of thing. And then you have Luke Thomas stepping in and scoring a worldie against Manchester United. And then you have Ricardo Pereira can't even get a damn game, So it's like, God damn, Leicester City, you're doing the goddamn thing. You see what I'm saying? So look, Jamie Vardy not really scoring, but, look at the rise of Jamie Vardy and all. I think Leicester deserve a Champions League spot next season. Chelsea, I don't know. Look, long story short, my prediction for this one, guys, I'm going to make it very dramatic. It might not end like this, but I'm going for a draw. 1-1 draw. Chelsea don't really concede a lot of goals. They don't really score a lot of goals. So I'm not going to really go for Leicester to beat them in back-to-back games. If Leicester do beat Chelsea again, that would be 3 wins in a row for Leicester against Chelsea. I don't see that happening. I see them pulling it back and squeezing a draw. If there's anybody going to win this game, I think it's going to be Chelsea. But I'm going to play it safe. We'll find out what happened tomorrow. I'm going to be live tomorrow too. I'm going to come live and talk about that one. My wife and I got it. My wife wants me to take her to the store. She wants to go to Burlington's Burlington's is called now. She likes to go to Burlington's, look around, get good deals and things, what I'm saying? Pick up a few things for the 2-year-old son and thing. I want to take her there tomorrow after work. So after work, while I'll still be at work while their games are 1, 2, and 3 p.m. So I'll be watching games overlapping into games tomorrow. But I want to watch that match against Leicester and Chelsea. Maybe I'll do a watch along. I don't know yet. I'll make up my mind tomorrow. And I'm going for a draw. And with that said, with the draw predicted, let's just take a look at the table and see what ramifications it will have on the league table. Let's take a look. League table here, guys. Leicester draw, they will go up to 67 points, right? Which means if they go up to 67 points, even if Liverpool win, Leicester would go into Championship Sunday with still a top 4 spot. They will be third. Chelsea, on the other hand, will drop out of the top 4 if they draw this game. I'm predicting them to draw. I'm predicting them to drop out the top 4 here. Liverpool to jump into the top 4. And on the final match day, Chelsea, with a win, would surpass Liverpool if Liverpool draw their game. Or even if Liverpool lose their game. It's going to get dramatic here. If it ends up happening the way I'm predicting, guys, Chelsea going in on 65 points, Liverpool going in on 66, Liverpool draw, Chelsea lose, and Liverpool dropping out. You see? It could go all different types of way. Then if Chelsea win and Leicester lose, then Leicester drop out. It's crazy. This thing, I love it. I love that we're going to go into the final match day with a lot on the line. Any way you put it, it will be that way. Anyway, whether Liverpool lose again, even if Liverpool lose the match, and let's say, well, Liverpool cannot afford to lose. They cannot afford to lose. But let's say Liverpool lose and Leicester lose. We're still going to go into the final match day crazy. Because if Liverpool win on the final match day and Leicester lose on the final match day again, then Liverpool would slip in over Leicester City, whereas they would both end up on the same points. It is crazy, but I'm going for a 1-1 draw. Guys, what's your prediction? Let me know in the chat. It has been a fun one today, though. It has definitely been a fun one. So what we got? Who you guys have for your top 4? Who do you have for your top 4? I can't make up my mind right about now. But at the beginning of the season, I did pick Liverpool to come in. Well, let me go back. I did pick Arsenal to come in 4th. That ain't going to happen. Liverpool to come in 3rd. Chelsea to come in 2nd and Man City to win the league. That was my prediction. I did predict United to miss out and Leicester to miss out on Champions League. But those teams are fighting. So I kind of screwed up with my prediction there. Definitely did. So look. Adnan, get your calculators out. Get your calculators out, man. We need to calculate this permutation. Adnan, City, United, Foxes, Liverpool, Chelsea to miss out. God damn. Feel bad for the Chelsea fans here. Hey, Bob, Chelsea can lose top 4 because of goal difference as well. You're right. Phil Jones, 2-0 to the Foxes. Phil Jones is a Fox. What we got? Obina, a draw doesn't help Chelsea. It doesn't. But if they go into the final match day with a draw and they win on the final match day and Liverpool or Leicester screw up, well, if they draw and Liverpool and Leicester screw up with let's say Chelsea draw and Liverpool win, Chelsea gets in. It's tight. Any way you put it, there's a whole lot of permutations, guys. Any way you put them, we will go into the final match day with all these teams still being able to get Champions League. But if Leicester City puts out a statement and get a win, they will for sure get Champions League football. I think out of all the teams here, Chelsea are the most vulnerable team. Chelsea are the most vulnerable. I won't want to see Leicester miss out back-to-back in back-to-back seasons on the final match day. That would be harsh. That would be very harsh, man. That would be very harsh. So what else we got here? Dom, do you want this kind of dramatic end to the season with the ESL? What is that? European Super League? What are you talking about? European Super League? What is that? What you're talking about? Crucial, the slime garden house. Oh my God, we got the slime garden here. I can't believe it. Man United sold against Liverpool. I don't think so. Nobody threw nothing. They didn't throw the game. Thriller saying City, United, Chelsea, Liverpool. What else we got here? Aaron Guy, Pool and Chelsea, but optimistic Leicester can cause another upset to Chelsea. We will find out tomorrow, guys. But that's it for my Premier League predictions for week 37. What we're going to do really quick, guys, before I end today's live stream, I'm going to give you 5 more minutes and let's take some time to check out what's going on in the other leagues right now and have a laugh. Let's have a laugh. Look, let's have a laugh. Atletico Madrid are going into the final match day needing just a point. I think a point will do. They have a 41 goal difference. Real Madrid has 38. So it means that Real Madrid would need to win 3-0 or something like that. You know, I could see Atleti doing the business. Who does Atleti play on the final match day? And that was a dramatic win in the last game. Atleti plays Valladolid. You play Valladolid. Oh my God. It's over. Valladolid have not won in the last 5 games. It's over. Atleti are La Liga champions for the 2020-21 season. Congratulations to the Roji Blanco of Madrid. Sorry to the Los Blancos, the All Whites of Madrid, because they will miss out and come in second for sure. Look, Barcelona can no longer come in third. So it's either going to be Real Madrid or Atleti. Guys, take your pick. Is or Real Madrid going to spoil Atleti's party again like they have done twice in the Champions League? It is nice to see Atleti go on to win. It is nice to see them up there because I'm fed up of seeing Barcelona and Real Madrid win every single season. So the top 4 has been sealed. Europa League places are Sociedad and Betis right now. Villarreal are fighting as well. So you go into the final match day between Sociedad, Betis, and Villarreal. Who does Villarreal play? They play... Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They play Real Madrid. Real Madrid. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Real Madrid not winning the title. Atleti just need a point. Once Atleti get a point, Real Madrid will not batter and splatter Villarreal. Villarreal will get into the Champions League next season via the Europa League final. They beaten United. Sorry, Bob. Sorry. It ain't happening. We look at the relegation. It's also tight. Relegation is tight. Oh, my God. Look at that, guys. Relegation is like super tight. Listen, relegation is super tight. God damn. Relegation is super tight, baby. Baby, pick up some Vaseline from the store. This relegation is super tight. We need to grease this up. It's too tight. Look. Eibar, Valladolid, Elche, Huesca, all in the relegation scrap here. Huesca, are you going to get dragged back in? Elche won their last game while the other 3 lost their last games. Listen, let's take a look at this before we move on. Huesca, who do you play? Valencia. Okay. Yeah, they got a kind game. Valencia has not been good. Most of their players deserted them. Valladolid, who do you have? Valladolid. Oh, yeah, Atleti, it's over for you, Valladolid. You're going down. You're going down. Eibar, who did I look at? Elche? No, Elche. Athletic Club, yeah. Elche, you might get something. You might get something. And Eibar, I didn't look at Eibar. Boss, oh, God. Eibar, you might get something. You might get something. You might get something from Barcelona. They ain't got nothing to play for. You might get something. So I could see Elche. Well, wait. I could see Eibar escaping here. Goal difference. -22. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe Huesca would just survive. Huesca may just survive. Yeah, it's over for Eibar. Even if they win, they may not survive. They're not winning. They're not winning against Barcelona. Guys, it's good. It is good, man. Bob is saying Elche and Huesca have the same points and are ranked on goal difference. Yeah, look. See? They are. But what I'm saying, though, let's say they lose their final games and they stuck on 33 and Eibar win their final game. Eibar could actually, they have to beat Barcelona by a lot. So if they beat Barcelona, I don't think it's going to be by a lot. So it's over for them. So I think it's between Valladolid could scrape out with a win too. So it's tough. It's tough. It is hard to call. We will react to this one. We will definitely react to this one. Crucial is saying Atletico can't drop points. La Liga giant don't go on goal difference. Oh, La Liga don't go on goal difference. Okay. Does La Liga go on head-to-head? La Liga, do they go on... Well, look. That is contrary to what we see here. Because according to what I see here, Huesca and Elche are on the same points and Elche are at the back end on goal difference. That's what I see here. Let's see if there's another situation where teams are on the same points here. Do we have any other situation here? Yeah, 58 points. Yeah. Look, Betis has a 48 goal difference, and they are above Villarreal. Betis versus Villarreal. Let's see if they have a head-to-head situation this season. Betis, Villarreal. We're going to figure this thing out. Betis, Villarreal. Betis beat Villarreal. So head-to-head is better there. Betis versus Villarreal again. Let's find that out. Somebody look that up real quick. We can't know everything around here. 1-1. So Betis do have a better, head-to-head over Villarreal. So that could be a thing. All right. La Liga goal difference or head-to-head. Yeah, easy. Google it. Easy. All right. If points are equal between two or more clubs, the rules are if all clubs involved have played each other twice. If the tie is between two clubs, then the tie is broken using head-to-head goal difference for those clubs without away goal. How could it be head-to-head goal difference? Oh, head-to-head goal difference. Okay. So it's actually head-to-head goal difference. Head-to-head goal difference and not goal difference, guys. A-Bob is saying head-to-head goal difference. Okay. So it's not goal difference. It's head-to-head goal difference. Like we play each other, and if I have 4 and you have 3, but we're on the same points, then I have, the higher table ranking. Thank you very much, Crucial, for actually bringing that up. We don't watch La Liga like that. We don't know. We just reacted. We're just looking over at the other leagues and see what's going on. Listen, what's going on in the Serie A? Let's see what fraudulence, is going on over there. Juventus are 5th. Oh, my God. Juventus are 5th. Look, going into the last match day, Juventus are 5th. They did pick up a win in their last game, and that was a big win against Inter Milan. That was a big win. They have the Coppa Italia final this Wednesday against Atalanta, and let's hope for football's sake that Atalanta wins it. Last match day against Bologna, they're going to win. I think they're going to beat Bologna. Bologna, look, 11. I think they will beat Bologna. If you can't beat Bologna, then you deserve Europa League. Who does Napoli and Milan play? Also, Juventus score a lot of goals, so their goal difference definitely not better than Atalanta. Let's find out before we talk Serie A. Serie A goal difference or head-to-head. Let's look that up. All right, tiebreakers we're going to find that out. We have an article here where they're talking about it, okay? Premier League is goal difference first, most goals scored during the season second, and playoff if tiebreaker is for the... What? Wait! I didn't know this. Guys, did you notice? Did you notice? I'm just looking at an article right now that says in the Premier League, if, for example, if teams finish with the same number of points, the tiebreaker is decided this way. Goal difference. Then if they have the same goal difference, most goals this season. If they have the same amount of goals, which means they would have conceded the same amount of goals if the goal difference are the same and they score the same amount of goals, then there will be a playoff. If tiebreaker for... there'd be a playoff. A playoff. Imagine a playoff for the title. That'd be crazy. A playoff for the title will be nuts. But that's not going to happen. That's weird. That won't happen. But look, let's go back. La Liga, head-to-head points between tied teams. Head-to-head points, okay? We already established that. And then it's head-to-head goal difference second. Head-to-head points between tied teams and a head-to-head goal difference. We go to the Serie A. Head-to-head points. So it's like, okay, it's head-to-head points. Race for European spot. AC Milan would hold the tiebreak over Napoli and Juventus based on goal differential in their meetings. You get it? So we have established that one already. So if Juventus and AC Milan, no, they can't end up on, well, let's say AC Milan lose and Juventus draw their final game, right? It means that AC Milan will get the better of Juventus based on the matches they played against each other. That's what they're saying right now. So let's just take a look here. Juventus play Bologna. Napoli, they play against Verona, which is not an easy team to play, but they haven't been as good this season as they were last season. And I'm hoping Napoli beat Verona. AC Milan, they're not a team. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh my God. One of these. Listen, Milan ain't getting Champions League football unless they beat Atalanta. This is crazy. Milan against Atalanta. Guys, Atalanta will get Champions League, it seems. It seems so. But Atalanta are also in jeopardy. Atalanta could miss out, though. What has Atalanta done against Juventus this season? That's what we got to take a look at right now. Atalanta versus Juventus 1-0. The previous game, Atalanta, Juventus. We got to take a look at that. God damn. Oh, yeah. Atalanta can't miss out on Champions League, guys. Atalanta in the Champions League. I think I saw that, though. I think I saw something that they secured Champions League football. Look, Atalanta will be in the Champions League. Inter, run away with the league, will be in the Champions League. It's down to AC Milan, Napoli, and Juventus. If Juventus win their next game against Bologna and AC Milan or Napoli draw, then Juventus will get into the Champions League. Even if Milan beat Atalanta, the best scenario for Milan, they have to beat Atalanta. If they beat Atalanta, they will get more points. They will have more points than Juventus. Milan, you gotta beat Atalanta. What happened between AC Milan and Atalanta early on in the season, you may ask? Let's just take a look at that. Let's find that game. Milan, it was a 3-0 loss for AC Milan, so they'll have to turn that one around. They have to turn it around. It's going to be tough. This one is going to be fun. Relegation, already secured. Benevento, Torino, scrapping out down at the bottom there. Head-to-head, what happened between Torino and Benevento early on this season? Let me see. Benevento could already be relegated. Torino versus Benevento, 2-2. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. What else happened this season? Let me see. Torino, Benevento. God damn. All right, we're going back way too far there. All right, let me see. Do they play on the final day? Oh, my God. Yo. This is crazy. I'm looking. It's right. No. Look. Look. I think there's 2 games left for Torino, too. Yeah, Torino has 2. Wait, Torino does have 2 games. Benevento has 1. But let's say Torino lose their game tomorrow against Lazio, which might just actually happen. They play Benevento in what would be a playoff for relegation. Because if Benevento does go on to beat Torino, what was the first result? It was a draw, right? I just looked at it. It was a draw, right? 2-2 draw. Torino, if you lose to Benevento, it's a wrap. It is a wrap. If the game ends in a draw, if the game does end in a draw, guys, and they score the same amount of goals, end on the same amount of points, what would happen, you may ask? Let's take a look here. Head-to-head on points. Same points, draw. Head-to-head goal difference, it would be goal difference. Head-to-head goal difference would also be the same, meaning that and it will be goal difference. It will be decided by goal difference, where Torino has a -19. Torino would survive. if the game ends in a draw, Torino would survive. But if Benevento, no, it's not gonna end in it. If it ends, what am I saying? If it draws, Torino survives. If Benevento win, Benevento survives. Torino goes down. That's the scenario. That is a scenario. A draw, Torino safe. A win, Torino safe. Win for Benevento, Benevento goes up. Benevento stay up, Torino goes down. That's it. That is it. That is it. So we have one more to look at. Let me just look at this really quick. Let me just show you guys what's going on in Liga NOS, where Sporting has already won the league, but they lost to Benfica, which means they will no longer go invincible this season. So that is sad. It was a thriller between them and Benfica. I think it was 4-3 or something like that. Yep, 4-3 win to Benfica. And let me see what happened here. Yeah, they were early goals, so there were no late goals or anything. But Sporting tried to fight back. The boy Pedro Gonzalez have been doing well this season. A lot of goals. I think he's like the top scorer or something like that in the league. Yeah, they don't have statistics here, but it's... Oh, yeah, they do. Stats. Yeah, Pedro Gonzalez has 20 goals this season, which is crazy for a midfielder. Seferovic is at top of that league right now. Mario Gonzalez, look for him to, probably get a move to a different club because of his goal scoring prowess. But that's what's going on there in Liga NOS, where Sporting are champions. Porto come in second. Those teams will be in the Champions League next season. I don't know if they I think they have direct spots. Yeah, they do now have 2 direct spots in the Champions League. Benfica has secured Europa League. And guys, the last one, we're not gonna look at the Bayern Liga because I think Dortmund have secured Champions League football and Lewandowski has scored 40 goals, so that's all you need to know. But look at this. This one is the last interesting one we have to look at. And guys, please remind me, when is the championship playoff finals though? Championship. Let me take a look. I need to keep tabs on that as well. Whoa! We have to talk about that one too. I should have been gone from here. I should have been done with this live stream, guys. But we got 2 more things to talk about. Lille actually drew against Saint-Etienne. And PSG won their game. PSG defeated Reims 4-0. They play in no games. They play the cup final against Monaco this Wednesday. And then they play Brest. Brest, it's easy. That's an easy win. Lille are on the cusp of bottling the league. Lille, what are you doing? They play Angers. Lille, you got to beat Angers. You have to beat Angers. Listen, you have to save Ligue 1 from being a farmers league. You got to save Ligue 1. You got to save them. Lille against Angers. PSG against Brest. The teams, I'm probably not saying the names of the teams right. That's what's going on there. There's also a situation where if PSG lose, Monaco could surpass them with a win. And PSG could come in third. You see what I'm saying? And there's also a situation if Lyon, Lyon could get the same amount of points, 79 as well. It's tight. It is tight. Lyon and Monaco. Monaco are definitely, Monaco could get that 3rd Champions League spot because City or Chelsea will win the Premier League. So the 3rd Champions League spot will go to Monaco if Man City wins and let's say Chelsea miss out on Chelsea. If Man City win the Champions League, Monaco gets a 3rd spot. If Chelsea miss out on top 4, but win, I don't even know how it goes. Yeah, I think Monaco will get the spot any way you put it, but it's tight. It is tight though. Relegation is already Nimes and Dijon, Nantes and Lorient, and actually Brest, Strasbourg, all of them. Even a Bordeaux, even a Reims could get pulled back down into the freaking relegation playoff battle here. It's tight. It is really tight down at the bottom. And guys, look, man, last but not least, we have to touch on the last one before I go, guys. The championship playoff semifinals. It happened today. I didn't even know Come on, guys. You could not have freaking reminded me this happened today? Guys, you could have reminded me that this happened today, man. Bournemouth 1, Brentford 0. Swansea 1, Barnsley 0. Exactly what I did not want. But, it set up the second leg very nicely. Because, let's say Barnsley and Brentford both come back, it would feel better for them. It would be sweet. So Bournemouth on the cusp of coming back. Arnaud Danjuma, the Dutchman, scored in the 55th minute. Ah, boy. Brentford, you're letting the people down again. People want to see you in the Premier League. Barnsley, Andre Ayew, man. He's trying to get back in the Premier League to join his brother Jordan. And Swansea with the win. Swansea with the win. So right now it's Swansea versus Bournemouth in the final. Both Brentford and Barnsley on the back foot. Saturday, May 22nd, 7 a.m. my time, 11 p.m. as well for the second game. I will be watching these matches because there will be no Premier League matches on Saturday. So guys, this is going to be big. I'll be at work though. I'm going to catch these games. So take your picks, guys. Bob, I'm back in Brentford, but they aren't doing too good. Crucial, yeah, man. They battling it again. They're battling it again. Obina, Kane to Bayern. Nah. Kane is. I have a feeling Kane is either going to. He's going to United, Chelsea, or City. It could be Chelsea. Chelsea needs that clinical striker up top. Tammy Abraham. I just figured it out. Tammy Abraham to Spurs. Harry Kane to Chelsea. Swap deal plus cash. 75 mil. 80 mil plus Tammy Abraham. 80 mil plus Tammy. How does that sound, guys? 80 mil plus Tammy Abraham. 80 mil plus Tammy. See what I'm saying? 80 mil plus Tammy. Or Benjamin Mendy plus 80 mil. Oh my God, stop it. Stop it, Dominic. You're stupid. Benjamin Mendy plus 80 mil. Mendy plus 80 mil. Mendy plus 80 mil. What else could be a situation though? Take Jack Harrison back from Leeds, send him to Spurs plus 80 mil. Something like that. See what I'm saying? That could be something. What else do Spurs need? Spurs need, let me see, what else do they need? Who player we could actually get rid of right now? We don't really have anybody we want to get rid of, Only Mendy I can think about. Mendy's the only player I can think about. And they don't need a left back. So it's all right. That won't happen. And I doubt Man City are going to spend 100 mil. I doubt. City would not. Let me tell you guys something. City would not spend 100 mil. They won't. Man City would rather use Ferran Torres as a auxiliary striker, Bernardo, and whoever else, Gabriel Jesus still at the club, than sign Harry Kane for 100 mil. It might not happen. It's looking like Chelsea. It is looking like Chelsea. You see what I'm saying? But guys, look, man, it's been another real one, and I love it. I'm going to schedule the live stream for, I think, this Friday. There will be one this Thursday for the roundup for week 37. And there will be one this Friday for the prediction for the final week where we'll know things. We're going to react on Thursday. Thursday we react. Friday we predict. Sunday we come back and react to what happened. Sunday will be the finale, the wrap-up. Okay? So I think Friday I might actually call the wrap-up and not the roundup, the wrap-up. Or you know what? Maybe the roundup and we'll do a separate wrap-up during the week. What do you guys say? Yeah. A lot of live streams coming up. Three 3 more for the rest of the week in terms of official what will actually happen. Might pop up tomorrow. Might pop up Wednesday. Never know. Never know. But guys, it's been real. Thanks again. It was a good turnout tonight. And hopefully it's a sign of things to come for the next season. I think the reason why the viewership kind of fell off a bit, guys, is because City had already wrapped up the title. There's nothing really to play for. So the hype kind of died down. Because we used to have 100+ people in here every single week. You guys, Liverpool kind of, they fell by the wayside. The fans stopped coming in. And City running away with the league. People don't really like City like that. So, but what I want to do, I want to thank all the loyal people. You know who you are. You guys in the background who don't really say nothing. The lurkers who are a fan of the stream. I appreciate you. I see you there. I see you smiling. And everybody who's in here right now, you definitely deserve, all the appreciation. So, guys, look. Thanks again. Obina, Abob, Zachary, Dupe, Roshane, Thriller. Who else we got in here? Alex Jones. Shout outs to all of you guys, man. Crucial, the slime god baby in the house. Dupe, Michael, Daniel. What else we got here? Who else we got in here? Jordan Hyman, Carl Headley. My boy Carl Headley. Who else we got? Bayern fan, Too Goated. Everybody who turned out today, matter of fact. B2K Julian, shout out to you. Look, thanks again. And guys, I got to go. It's 10 o'clock. I got to go and take a shower, relax. I got work in the morning. Not looking forward to it. But, I have to go. I can't call out again. My arm isn't feeling much better, but I'll be all right. So, guys, look, man. From boy Dominic Rich, thanks again. Baba Jigo, Danko, everybody in here. Thanks again for coming through. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad. Peace.